The following program is meant for adult audiences only. If you are easily offended, you are choosing to be offended by continuing to watch. If jokes upset you, whether bad or good, you might end up crying. Being a bitch in life is difficult, I imagine, but you must find a way to continue. For all the haters and lurkers, hope you enjoy the show. For the bigot army, enjoy the show. Don't be a pussy.
そうだ。テレビつけてもいいぞ。
冒険アニメ。
よりによって。
サイレンサー付きの拳銃だと。
ワクワク。
Here we go! Mucha lucha, mucha lucha. It's the way of life.
There is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call
the Grifter Zone.
Good moo! Oh, you found your moo!
My crew is big and it keeps getting bigger. That's 'cause Jesus Christ is.
Man, I want to get drunk in a hotel room with you.
That might be taken
Crazy.
out of context.
Gay, gay, gay.
Oh. No. How is it my fault? What? The bracket gifted this and I'm immediately called an anti-Semite? Come on, dog.
Bruh.
What are these characters? Nazi furry? Hypno, why would you do this to me? Said, welcome to Goonergate. Protect your booty hole.
What's up, nerds? It's Alyssa Mercante, Kotaku senior editor, and
nobody even wants you here.
And I would take her to Chili's, maybe. You know, like, genuinely, I just want the best for her. Genuinely.
Listen, if it was consensual and you didn't hate the Jews, I'd fuck the shit out of you. I would.
What did he say? People are gonna clip that. You know that I don't.
Clip it. I know you don't. Come on. But that's the thing. Why can't we have fun?
Bruh.
That's an interesting way of putting. That makes sense.
He's jealous. Fuck yeah. Been knew I was that bitch. I didn't need a man to tell him to fuck.
And Hypnotic again, member for 1 month. Thank you. Enjoy First Berserker. What's that black stuff between an elephant's toes? Slow natives. Wait.
Wild.
Yeah. On the other end of the spectrum. Yes.
Okay. I'd say that goes out of dad into dark, but sure, yeah.
Okay. Definitely dark.
Somebody replies and it says, "This is embarrassing." And he says, "Not as embarrassing as your take on trans kids. It was not researched. It was cruel and it had no basis in facts. So forgive me if I don't take all your takes that seriously." Who's this person?
Bruh.
Look at the fucking thumbnail. God of Cock Meltdown. Oh my God, look at this. Oh man. Yeah, sure. Trans kids, for sure, man.
Right, but you're giving an opinion on an article with a headline that's inflammatory. So the fact that you're giving an opinion on what's on screen,
Did I focus on the inflammatory nature of the headline?
Well, can I assume that everything in this article you would agree with?
You shouldn't assume. It makes an ass out of yourself and me.
Okay, so that
down his timeline, you're gonna see a lot of ass and titties. Okay, me on my Twitter timeline, you ain't gonna see none of that. As a matter of fact, like I can show you, I can scroll down my entire news feed on Twitter. Why would you ruin my point? I'm trying. God damn. Why would you ruin it? I didn't do that. I don't know who this chick is. Why would you do that? I can't even edit it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Someone you love been canceled? Have you been the target of online harassment because of something you said or refused to be compelled to say by the mob? Did you mistakenly think you could be an individual, form your own opinions, and keep all of your friends?
Titty
Did your social
freakers.
credit score tanked because you had a conversation with, subscribe to, or follow someone who suffers from wrongthink? Have you been called a literal Nazi because you think taking care of one's physical health is important? Have you tried apologizing for your transgressions only to find out you actually poured gasoline on the they-them flames? Have you ever had a politically incorrect thought or, heaven forbid, made an off-color joke? Well, we here at the Office of the Cancelled are here for you. As a member of the club, we offer exclusive trading cards, flak jackets, lapel pins, access to bomb shelters, as well as audio tracks from based artists that are sure to pump you up for a day at the range and get some of that much-needed two-way therapy. Remember, folks, you're only canceled if you let yourself be canceled, and every one of those collectivist NPCs can go fuck themselves.
Eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat.
I'll wait some time because the longer we wait, like the more realistic it'll be, you know, when he comes back to life. The touch of the black man in a woke story. The God hand shining down, shining upon thee. White man as you lay down. Cis white man and couple in background. Understand the power of a black man is a God hand.
Pro-black Twitter!
I breathe life into you. One touch is not enough from greatness. One touch from the black man. Watch me do it again. Kneel and be amazed at the touch of the black man. I bring life. I bring life.
Pro-black Twitter hoes!
That's right! That's right!
Robocock, don't clip that, no!
Bruh.
Oh God, that's getting clipped.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Oh shit. I was doing so good tonight too.
Drop, retard. Robocock.
Do not touch the fucking pumpkin.
I am the foot god, Kaida.
Mamma mia. Fight back! Fight back!
Punk, you got another one to do if you still want that ad money, so let's go!
Welcome home!
That's racist!
Welcome home, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome home. Shout out to everybody. Welcome to another episode of Hypnocast. That's right. We are live, boys. We are live. We are live. We are live. We're going to dive down the rabbit hole that is known as the internet. But before we do any of that, you need to bring it in close. Bring it in right now, real close. Hurry up. Let's go. Bring it in to the chat. It is a glorious Tuesday. It's not Monday, which is, that's a plus. Everybody hates Mondays, as we discussed yesterday. But it's a Tuesday, and I'm feeling a little bit more energetic today. So bring it in. We're going to hug it out. And whatever you do, like I said earlier in the stream, in case you weren't listening.
Do not touch the fucking pumpkin.
Listen very closely. If you're watching on YouTube, like the stream. Like it. Like it. If you're watching on Rumble, like the stream. If you're watching on Twitter, like the post. And if you are watching anywhere else, you too are an unofficial moderator.
Fuck, he got another donation. Add it to the total. Sigh.
I like the stream. Like the stream. Can I get a mic check, please? Mic check, titty check, balls check. What are we checking, man? What are we checking today? Guys, we got a lot we got to talk about. We actually have a couple of topics. We have a couple of topics from yesterday that we didn't get to talk about that I wanted to bring over in today's stream. So we're going to be doing that. Plus some extra topics, man. We got what's the old saying? The chickens come home to roost, or I don't know, whatever the fuck the saying is. But basically, it's not looking good for Twitch or Amazon. We got massive layoffs. Massive corporate layoffs. Guys, this is unbelievable. It is a fucking massacre out there. It is a massacre out there what's happening in the tech industry right now, the game industry as well. It is insane. And it seems like all of it's happening right before the end of the year because, well, that's just what it is, right? They want to make sure their investors, are very happy. But what are you guys checking today, man? Amazon on live support check? There you go. Holy shit. Twitch is losing peeps check? Yep, pretty much. Welcome home check? Absolutely. Good day, everyone in Hypno. Today is my mom's birthday check. Hey, everybody wish Joel Jimenez. Everybody stop right now and wish Joel Jimenez a happy birthday for his mom. Put the cake emojis in the chat right now, man. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to Joel's mom. Yes, it is a bloodbath out here. Touching the pumpkin check is terrible. Absolutely terrible. Cassie wearing a Pepsi dress? Yep, she sure is. She sure is. I put her in a Pepsi dress. And a bunch of cake emojis check. Very good. Very good. All right, guys, listen, our ESG scores are at their maximum. We are fully funded. Let's like the stream. Like the stream. Let's do the Bigot Army roll call. Let's see who is in this chat right now. Aside from former Kotaku Eurydice, Black Samurais that unfortunately did exist at one point but no longer do, and people that swear that they don't watch the content because they think I'm XYZ, but then they're here every day, literally counting every dollar. And apparently they hate our viewers and stuff. I don't know. It's a weird thing. It's very weird. But the good thing is that yesterday, even though it was a Monday, nobody likes Mondays. Yesterday, we celebrated the channel's 4th birthday. So shout out to you guys for hanging out with me yesterday and celebrating my unofficial birthday. I decided every year I'm going to celebrate the channel's birthday. Since I can't celebrate my own, I figured, why not? Let's celebrate the channel's birthday. So thank you guys for hanging out yesterday. That was a lot of fun. But today's another day, and we're going to hang out and do our thing. So let's do the Bigot Army roll call. Who is in here right now? Who is here? We got Carl Singh. What's up, Carl Singh? We got Melody Johnson. What's up, Melody? We got Stin Rocks, the legend. What's going on, man? Marius, Monkey Man 04, Repentant Dr. Contra. We got Nico, D-Mag. What's up, D-Mag? We got Dizel Jizz. Ada outed as a furry. Oh no. Oh no. I do not want to know. I do not want to know. Black Tailgate. Carl Singh. We got Romanizer 24, Reaper Knight, Jeremiah Maxwell, Creepier 07, 2K Game Cuber. What's up, man? Low KZ 420 on Rumble. We got Pizza Cat Leet, Crash Collins over on Rumble. Beautiful Zexo, Chaotic Holy, Gray Soul 81. What's up, dude? 556 Tsunami. What's going on, bro? Randall the Vandal, Snaz 27. Make every day a Friday. Oh, I wish. More dots. Shout out. We got Sleeping Nova, Dark Witcher. What's up, Dark Witcher? We got Matthew Mafu with the Hero Priest. Shout out. We got 17 Crash. We got Voice in the Water, the True Aztec Warrior. Ryuga Semvoid. What's up, Ryuga? How you doing? We got Toxin sharing too much information. Noodle 714. Ken's Gaming. What's up, Ken's Gaming? How you doing? Ghost Lab. What's up, Ghost Lab? We got Dikachu, Dev Cracker Gaming, Dragon Defender 001. Special Halloween stream. So I won't be streaming this Halloween, but we'll be celebrating Halloween, ironically, on Saturday. So at least like as SNH, we're gonna do like a Halloween stream. So we'll see. We'll see what we could do. Zelosi, Limitless Andre, Audio Pollution, Tanya Raven, Inferno Hell Knight. Hypno is so old he forgets his own birthday. Oh my god. Thank you. Angels of Destiny, Anglo Myers. The Damoiseal? I don't know. I can't say that. Demoiselle. Sure. Beat again. What's up, man? We got God of the Sea. Adair Soto. We got Secret Final Boss. Carlos Cal. Frost Puma. Phantom 9587. We got Caramel Beast. Warder Williams. What's up, dude? Matthew Mafu again. Nathan. Lionheart. We got Alucard. Peterson Cream. Ali Kusanagi. Shout out. Got Tornall. Angmar WK. By the way, bro, my bad. Totally fucking blanked on you telling me to check Steam on Griffcast. But I'm going to shout it out today on Hypnocast because I knew you were going to be here, so I got you, bro. My bad on that. I apologize for that one. All right, let's see. Let's call out four more people that we got to get on with the show, man. Matthew Watson. Fent Dentures. We got Dweezy C. What's up, dude? Yo, Hypno, look at the numbers for Outerworlds 2. Yeah, we're going to talk about Outerworlds 2 today, but keep in mind, guys, it's in pre-release. It's not in full release, so the numbers are not going to be amazing, and they weren't going to be amazing anyway. We knew that. Like, Obsidian doesn't really pull amazing numbers like that, at least not anymore. Randall the Vandal. We got the Mervoth. Decrepit. What's up, man? Mr. Melancholy. Flip Shazam. Jeremiah Maxwell. Groove 333. Dragon Defender again. Dragon Reborn. We got Anubis Hentai Hades. D-Mag. We got Ken's Gaming Table. And last but not least, we got Schizosaurus, Shinphil, Danko Orange, Demon Carol, Speedy Cake. Who else is here? Ashton Tyler, Little Hypnotic, Matthew Mafu again for the third time. Old Man Cad says no love for the Old Man Cad. Blue Octopusy constantly screaming. Walter Williams. And Vlad Tepesh. And Ashton Tyler and Dragatello. What's up, chuds? And Xiaomazan? Xiaomazan? I'm not sure. And Gunblade. You shot at way more than 4 people. I'm seething. I don't know what you're talking about. You were the 4th person. So there's no reason to seethe. And Rake at Night as an extra 5th. Okay, guys. I called out as many people as I possibly could. Let's sacrifice your fellow Bigger Army member. Let's see who is going to get the massive money shot today, boys. Who is going to get the final call-out money shot today? Who is it going to be? Let us see before we get on with the show. Who's going to get messy? Old Man Cad says booty hole protected by Mercanti's face because no one can nut on that. Go down ×5, obliterating all protections with Dan Clancy groping, no security, and hours of Mercanti streams. Fuck your feelings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Creepier says booty hole protected by shields made of emojis and bricks. Impenetrable defenses to go down by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Voice of the water. No Twitch. No Jaffe. No Prop 50. Booty hole protected by emojis. Evade by summoning Daffy Duck. Daffy Duck of all things. Wow. To annoy sender into missing. Break defenses of the person by 5 by summoning Popeye and 4 cans of spinach. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Booty overprotected by emojis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Lionheart with the Rasta Lion Roar. Combo breaker by 4 with no dodge, no parry, no block. Stunned. For who this lands on, moves reduced to 1 only. Oh shit. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Holy shit.
Oh man. Dark Witcher. Dark Witcher. You know, it's so mean, man. It's so mean. They were just trying to say hi. They were literally just trying to say hi, man. They said, hey. Damn, man. You guys are ruthless. You guys are absolutely ruthless. Congratulations to Dark Witcher. You are the recipient of the money shot today.
Money.
Wrong one.
What the?
Like the stream. Like the stream. You know, it's so funny. Dark Witch is like, oh, well, let it rip. That was good. That was good. All right, man. Guys, listen up. Here's what we got, man. Lined up for today. We got a lot of things we're going to talk about today. We got some video games that we're going to take a look at. There's like one or two indie games that have caught my attention pretty damn good. So I kind of want to go over that and take a look at them. We also got to talk about some of the main topics today, which is obviously Amazon and the layoffs that are affecting basically the tech and the gaming industry. I mean, it is everyone. There is mass layoffs happening all at the literal same time right now. You got Amazon announcing 30,000 layoffs, Intel 24,000 layoffs, Accenture 11,000 layoffs, Microsoft 7,000 more, Salesforce 4,000, Meta 600. Everybody's firing everybody. It's crazy shit, man. Absolutely insane. But obviously Amazon is going to be the big one. So we're going to talk about that because Amazon's layoffs are tied into Twitch layoffs. You got a lot of layoffs happening on Twitch right now. One of the people they got fired over at Twitch was in charge of, I think, trust and safety or like something like that. I'm pretty sure they were in trust and safety, which is so ironic considering all the trust and safety problems that Twitch has that we talk about not often, but you know, whatever it comes up. So we got a lot to talk about in that regard. So we're going to cover that. Don't worry. We are also going to be covering New World, which is a video game that I had a lot of time in at the beginning. You know, unironically, when I first started this channel, I would do my videos to gameplay clips of New World because I was playing the game at the time. I have 160 hours in New World, and I know that's not a lot for an MMO. But as quickly as I fell in love with the game, I fell out of the game because, well, Amazon just sucked at running it. So we're going to talk about New World because the game is getting shut down. Development is ending. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it. It is completely done. And props to them for trying to keep the game alive as long as they did. But it's dead. It's dead. So we're going to talk about that as well. We're going to talk about Outerworlds 2. We didn't get to talk about it yesterday. We're going to go over the numbers for Outerworlds 2 with a caveat, of course, for people to understand this is early release. Not only that, we're going to talk about a particular little feature in Outerworlds 2 where they basically have the developers preaching to you. And it's amazing because they preach to you after you bought the $100 deluxe edition or whatever it's called. Apparently, you unlock a perk that basically negates the buff. And they basically say that, congratulations, you fell for their marketing and you're part of the problem. You're part of the consumerism problem. And the reason why, I guess, I don't know, socialism can't be enacted. I have no fucking clue. We're going to talk about it because it's a thing. And imagine paying for a deluxe edition only for the developers to preach to you. It's honestly, it's pretty amazing. You got to be real. It's pretty amazing. And of course, we got some fast topics. We got Doctor Who being dropped by Disney. Remember Doctor Who? Good old Shudigatwa. Apparently, Disney has said, you know what? That was a mistake. And after 2 seasons, they have completely backed out from Doctor Who and they have abandoned it. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the EA employees having a bit of a meltdown. because they don't want to admit that their jobs are being replaced by AI. So we got to talk about that. And again, we got a couple of games to look at. There's a lot to go over. Oh, Battlefield 6 Season 1 started today. And we're going to talk about the backlash. Remember the blue skin that we covered the other day? Well, apparently Battlefield 6 is going to bend the knee to the backlash, and they are going to be adjusting all the skins that people have problems with to make them more grounded. So very interesting stuff happening, ladies and gentlemen. So before we do any of that, let's go over the number one segment on YouTube. We had a fantastic day yesterday. Thank you guys again for celebrating the channel's birthday. The number one segment on Rumble, the number one segment all around the galaxy. This segment is none other than the pre-stream.
Money, print money, cash, money, wealth, capitalism, raise a bunch of money, more money, heaps and heaps of money, money, print money, cash, money, wealth, capitalism, raise a bunch of money, super chat money.
As salty as the sea, calling us no code names. SJW screaming, but it's money they blame. Burning with envy, they're falling flat. They can't handle the sound of a super chat.
Let's go. We got ourselves the pre-stream legends, ladies and gentlemen. Starting us off with Mr. Melancholy with a 149 super sticker. Shout out to Mr. Melancholy. Thank you so much for the 149. I appreciate you. And then we got Ali Kusanagi dropping a membership as well. Shout out to Ali Kusanagi. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Then we got Peaches and Cream throwing in even more memberships with a 5 membership banger.
Let's fucking go! It's a membership banger!
Shout out to Peaches and Cream. Thank you so much for the 5 membership banger. And considering that it's the first membership banger of the stream, well, you already know what that means. Shout out to Peaches and Cream. Thank you so much for the 5 membership banger. I appreciate that. And then we got this fucking legend, Old Man Cad, following up the 5 membership banger with a 10 membership banger.
Let's fucking go! It's a membership banger!
Shout out Old Man Cad. Thank you so much for the 10 membership banger. I appreciate that, man. Fucking legend. Then we got Sir Loins with a 989 saying, happy birthday, Gramps. One day, perhaps I won't be called Grandpa. By the way, guys, I have a clip for the Waifu Battle chair shots. You guys want to see it early, or should I save it for later? Maybe I'll save it for later. Maybe I'll save it for later. I'll save it for later. We got Dark Witcher with a 10 says, hello, Hypnotic and Big and Arby. Happy late channel birthday. Love your content. Keep it up. Oh my God. Did we money shot her before or after she said this? Before. Shout out to Dark Witcher. Thank you so much for the 10 banger. I appreciate that very much. Very nice of you. Thank you. Thank you. And then we got Gray Soul with a 5 says, sucks. I can't stay up. Got to crash in half an hour. We'll still keep the stream on and fall asleep to it. Hail, bigots and gooners. Hey, shout out to Gray Soul. Thank you so much, Gray Soul. I appreciate that, man. Rest easy. And yeah, catch the replay. I appreciate you leaving it up too, by the way. Catch the replay when you get a chance. Dweezy C becomes a member all on his own. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you so much for becoming a member. I appreciate that, man. And then we got Dark Obsidian with a 1999. Here we go! Mucha lucha! It's the way of life! Mucha lucha! Shout out to Dark Obsidian. He says, I didn't realize Persona 5 is actually pretty good. Really? That's interesting. Well, now you know. Shout out to Dark Obsidian. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that. You absolute legend. And that's going to catch us up everywhere because Rumble didn't do anything. So shout out to you guys. Thank you so much. Oh, Deidre just snuck one in on Rumble right now at the last second. Deidre snuck one in a membership over on Rumble. Thank you, Deidre. I appreciate that, man. Fucking legend. Thank you. And then Commander Sonok. Commander Sonok decided to become a member all on his own with an Elite Dangerous profile picture. Very nice. Shout out to Commander Sonok. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. All right, boys. Listen, we are fully caught up. Thank you, everybody, again, for all the insane support. As if we get lucky, we're trying to get to 484 tier 1s in a row and 173 tier 2s in a row. And, of course, the Red Boy goal is live. If we get a Red Boy, you can summon whatever girls you want. We have all kinds of clips, and I'm working on more. All right, man. Let's get into the topics. First things first, we got to look at some interesting stuff. All right, let's look at some interesting stuff. I don't know if you guys are aware, but over on X, there's like this new thing where people are like talking about 10 games to get to know me. So I decided to jump in on it because fuck it, why not? I decided to jump in on it. Debo, what a vibe. I'm a walking economy. My hairline is in recession. My stomach is a victim of inflation. And it's all putting me in a deep depression.
Holy shit.
Damn, bro. That was sad. That was sad. Shout out to Debo. Thank you, man. Thank you for the 5. I appreciate that. Let's go over the 10 games that I posted. Let's get the 10 games that I posted. Check this out. Here we go. So I made this post on X. 10 games to get to know me, right? So the 10 games that I chose, and keep in mind, the 10 games that I chose, this doesn't necessarily mean this is my favorite games of all time. This is just the games that I feel like that had the most influence on me over time. Obviously, most of them are in the beginning, but whatever. Anyway, it's fine. So on the left, and this is in no particular order either. It doesn't mean Red Dead's my favorite game. It's not, right? But check this out. So we got Red Dead Redemption 2. Okay. Right under that, we got Bloodborne. Right. Bloodborne is by far one of my favorite Souls games. And I feel like it was by far probably one of the most influential Souls games. Then Final Fantasy 9, of course, because you guys know I like 9 more than 7 and 8. So that's just what it is. Fight me on that. And of course, you got Mass Effect, the series. And to be fair, like Mass Effect, it's the whole series, but obviously I could only put one game. So I put the first one because, well, that's the beginning. Final Fantasy 11. Need I say more? It's Final Fantasy 11, of course. One of my favorite games of all time, by far. I will never forget the days that I spent in Final Fantasy 11. Same with EverQuest, although EverQuest, I put EverQuest there more, not because I spent more time playing it, because I didn't. I only played EverQuest from late 2000 to probably like, I don't remember, sometime in 2023. And then at that point, I switched over to Final Fantasy 11. And then from Final Fantasy 11, obviously, I went to World of Warcraft. But I was actually playing both of them at the same time for a while, so it was intermingling. But anyway, I put EverQuest up there because without EverQuest, you don't have Final Fantasy 11, you know? Without EverQuest, you don't have WoW, you know? So it's very influential. Very, very influential. And then you got a Half-Life 2, obviously. Half-Life 2 is Half-Life 2. Like, how could you not put Half-Life 2 there? And then you also got Counter-Strike 1.6, or essentially, you know, what was once a mod for Half-Life. That's also something that's pretty important. So I put that up there because, I mean, Counter-Strike is Counter-Strike. I love Counter-Strike. Diablo 2. Basically, Diablo 2. I like Diablo 2 more than Diablo 1, or even Diablo 3 to an extent. Everybody knows Diablo 2 is like top tier Diablo. So I put that there, obviously. And then Metal Gear Solid, obviously. Like Metal Gear Solid is by far one of my most favorite games, I think, of all time. So super, super love these games. Thinking back on it, I probably would have replaced Red Dead with something else, to be honest with you. But I really did love Red Dead Redemption 2. I love Arthur's story. Fuck Micah, by the way. You know, great game. So this is my list, and I saw a bunch of you guys quote tweeting me with your own lists, which is awesome. Somebody said it shows my age. Again, guys, I've never pretended to be a young cat. Okay, I did never pretended to be a young guy. You can obviously tell from the games that I've played that I'm not exactly a young guy. So that's okay. No Candy Crush. Nope. No Candy Crush. No Candy Crush. Sorry, I don't mean to break your heart, but no Candy Crush. New Ball Champ says Metal Gear Solid review. Blah blah blah. DARPA chief. Blah blah blah. Over. Sounds about right. Decrepit said Micah was the rat. Fuck Micah, bro. Fuck Micah, bro. He's lucky that Arthur was sick. Okay, that's all I'm saying. I feel like Arthur would have kicked his fucking ass if he wasn't sick and dying. But anyway, that's besides the point. No Pokemon? Nah, no Pokemon. No Pokemon. Don't get me wrong. I loved Pokemon as a child, obviously. But when I talk about like influential video games as somebody growing up, Pokemon was like when I was a kid. But like growing up, these were my games. You know, over time, these were my games. So yeah, that's basically it. This is where I spent most of my time, especially like most of my time was spent across 1, 2, 3. So EverQuest, Counter-Strike, Final Fantasy 11. That's where like most of my time was spent. And then obviously World of Warcraft. I was thinking about replacing Red Dead with World of Warcraft, but everybody gets the point. Like I play a lot of MMOs, obviously. I used to anyway. Final Fantasy 14 I could have put up here, but I don't like it that much to be putting it up here with legends like this. So that's just my opinion. All right, anyway, moving on. I just wanted to share that with you guys. I just want to share that with you guys. Now let's look at a funny video. So I don't even know the context of this. All I know is there's something going on with EBT where apparently it's running out. Apparently, like EBT is about to be a thing and like end or whatever. Probably because of the government shutdown or something along those lines. So I saw this video that said, this is Costco after EBT runs out next week. And I was like, okay, let's see what we got here.
Hey folks, can I see your Costco card real quick?
Nah, this is crazy.
Now we eat ice cream for the Warriors.
He said ice cream for the Warriors. Yeah. This is insanity.
Oh my God! Take this one, brother. That is why. Shield up. The crust is crisp like firewood.
The crust is crispy like firewood. What the fuck, man? AI is crazy. AI is legitimately insane.
That door moves on its own, eh?
Not the TVs, bro. Oh my God. Yep. Oh man. I mean, listen. Summer of Love taught us that is what would get stolen first. That's what would get stolen first. Absolutely. Nah, this was a hilarious video. AI is wild. AI is absolutely fucking wild. People are insane, bro. People are insane, but it's good stuff. It's good stuff to just laugh. Sometimes you got to laugh at yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. Yes, exactly. Hashtag ice cream for the Warriors. Can we get ice cream for the Warriors, man, please? For the love of God. All right, let's move on. Okay, really quick. So have you guys seen the Cassie in a dress meme that's going around? Have you guys seen that? Cassie in a dress, like GDR basically like put Cassie in a dress apparently, and she's not very happy. So I'm gonna show you that because that would probably make her a little upset. So this is the Cassie in a dress, right? Hold on, watch this. So they put her in a dress, okay? They put her in a dress after she was showing her top 10 games, which by the way, we need to go over her top 10 games to see if she's based in any way. So they put her in a dress, right? So I thought, oh man, people are saying, oh, she's not gonna like that. She's gonna be mad. She's gonna be mad. People could be like, no. Anyway, so they put her in a dress, and I took it upon myself to counter that. And I decided to put her in something that is way more her style. Way more her style. So I decided to put her in a Pepsi dress. That's way more her style.
Holy shit.
Way more her style. People saying I did her dirty. No, I didn't do her dirty. She's in a Pepsi dress, man. Come on. Come on. We all know how much she likes Pepsi. All right. We all know how much she likes Pepsi. Okay. Pepsi is the premier product between Pepsi and Coke. Where's the lawn care gear? I could work on that. I could definitely work on that. So I put her in a Pepsi dress because, you know, that's just what it is. Is it me or does she have 3 arms? We don't look at that. We don't look at that. AI makes mistakes. It's okay. Don't worry about it. You should do Dr. Pepper. No, what she really wants is to be put in a Coke dress because she's a Coke shill. That's why Pepsi, the joke is lost to me. Oh, okay. So the reason why I put Cassie in a Pepsi dress is because anytime you mention Pepsi in her chat in any positive way whatsoever, she will lose her collective fucking mind. If you ever want to see someone rage to the end of time, just mention Pepsi is better than Coke in her chat and it's game over. Legitimately game over, okay? So that's the reason why I put her in a Pepsi dress, because I need her to understand how wrong she is. All right, that's all it is. I need her to understand she is wrong. So I put her in a Pepsi dress. That's it. That's all. She's angry. Yeah, she's angry. You know why she's angry? Because she's destroying her insides with Coke. That's why. Now, to be fair, I don't even drink Pepsi that much anymore either. And when I do, it's a nasty 0. But the point is, it's still, you know, still much better in my opinion. There is basically no difference. Oh, no, there's a difference. Oh, there's a difference. There is definitely a difference. There is 100% a difference. We have to keep AI just for the memes. Yeah, we do. We do. That's what AI is for, man. That's what AI is for. Really quick, we got Radosaurus for 1 month. Says happy belated 4th birthday to your channel. Happy belated 25th anniversary birthday, October 26th to CNC Red Alert to Kirov reporting. Bro, oh my God. Command and Conquer. Dude. Command and Conquer Red Alert is such... Bro, we need a return of RTSs, man. Like legitimate RTSs like that. We need a return. They're just hard to develop, and people don't have the skill these days to develop it, nor do they feel like the fan base exists for it to be massively successful, so they don't care. But fucking A, bro. Command and Conquer Red Alert. God, that's a good game. Really good game. Like the stream. Like the stream, boys. Let's go over gifted games really quick. I want to go over gifted games really, really quick. And then we'll get into the rest of the fast topics. Because I didn't get into gifted games before, so I want to do it right now. That's insane. This is legitimately insane. Demon Carol gifts how to train your cock.
Holy shit.
How to train your cock. And he says hashtag no homo. Wow. A chill indie game that sits at your screen while you do other tasks. Watch your cock train and grow. Decorate his island and buy him some stylish hats. Is your cock the biggest amongst your friends? Now it can be. Wow. That is something special. Let me tell you. And then we got Angmar WK who gifted his during Griftcast, but unfortunately I completely forgot because I'm an idiot. He gifted Ire a prologue, and he says, since you enjoyed Still Wakes the Deep, this is right up your alley. You're trapped in the Bermuda Triangle. It just released today. Really? Just released today. It's 1986. You're stranded in the triangle, but not alone. Trapped in a terrifying loop with a monster. You'll have to stay one step ahead to survive and uncover the truth. Ready or not, here it comes. Ooh, that sounds really good. That sounds really good. I got to check this out. Angmar, thank you for the gift, brother. I appreciate that. And of course, Demon Carol, thank you. Thank you for teaching me how to train my cock, I guess. Guess whatever. Thank you, Demon Carol. All right, let's keep going. So let's look at this indie game that I saw. So there's this game called Luland the Cursed Sand. Okay. And it's so interesting because my Twitter homepage is like 80% indie recommendations and 20% bullshit, right? So I'm very thankful for my Twitter page because I feel like my For You page is starting to understand what I actually care about. So this indie game that I saw looked pretty cool, and I wanted to showcase it to you to get your thoughts on it. It's only a minute long. The gameplay looks really cool. It's isometric action. Looks like something almost like Prince of Persia in a way, but a little bit more action oriented, obviously. So I want to check this out and see what you guys think. Here we go. I gotta be honest, that shit looked amazing. Lululand, the Cursed Sand coming soon. The only sad part is I think it's PS5 only. It's PS5 only, which is the only sad part right now. Now, I think they might end up coming out on Steam with it. I gotta check Steam really quick. I'll check right now to see. Yep, it's on Steam. Never mind. It's not PS5 only. I take it back. It is on Steam. It is on Steam. So don't boo in the chat. I already added it to my wish list. It's on Steam. Don't boo in the chat. It's on Steam. I just checked. So Lululand, the Cursed Sand is for some reason they didn't put it up here. Maybe because this was showcased specifically for PS5. I have no idea. But regardless, I wish listed it. It looks badass in my opinion. And I can't wait to see more. Can't wait to see more. I like the setting. I like the setting. I like the music. It's pretty cool. All right, let me take this off. And let's go to where are we at? Let's do fast topics. First one up. Don't Nod. So you know Don't Nod? Don't Nod is the developer that puts out certain games that would absolutely make you nod. Okay? As in like nod to sleep. Don't Nod apparently is bringing a major IP to gaming for Netflix. And a lot of people are thinking it's going to be Life is Strange. Now, the funny thing is, I don't think this is a bad business idea. Okay? I don't think this is a bad business idea at all because I feel like Netflix definitely has the client base that would be interested in a fucking, social justice video game like this. But the truth is that most gamers that are interested in stuff like that probably aren't using Netflix to do their video games. Right? But I mean, let's talk about it anyway. So Don't Nod, the studio behind Life is Strange, is working with Netflix on a new narrative-driven game. Furthermore, the title is said to be of a major existing IP, which is why people think that this is going to be, Life is Strange. If you played any big narrative games this past decade, chances are a Don't Nod title was one of them. From the recent Lost Records Bloom and Rage to the iconic Life is Strange series, the French developer publisher has quickly become one to watch. Not really. Not really. Their games don't do that well in terms of numbers. And the most recent one, Lost Records Bloom and Rage, actually betrayed existing fans of the franchise and pushed away new fans of the franchise. Everybody hated that game. People were talking really pretty fucking terrible about that game. Anyway, now in its half-year sales report, the company has a new collaboration with Netflix. Don't Nod announced its half-year results for 2025 in a new press release. The company reported that it more than tripled its revenue, releasing games like Lost Records Bloom and Rage. While the title didn't meet sales expectations, upcoming projects like The Lonesome Guild and Aphelion hope to turn the tide. However, the biggest news comes with the announcement of a collaboration with Netflix. The company stated that the narrative-driven project is in development at its Montreal studio. Of course it's Montreal. Of course it's Montreal. Why am I not surprised it's Montreal? Bro, you can always go back and think to yourself like, yeah, if you see some sort of game that has certain patterns to it, you can almost bet it's from Montreal. It would be published by Netflix and be based on a major IP. Somebody in chat said they already saw this is going to be Crash Bandicoot. I don't know if you're aware, but Crash Bandicoot is not a Don't Nod title. So it's not. It's definitely not Crash Bandicoot. But still, this is something that I think Netflix is going to keep trying to push their video game sector. And it's interesting because Amazon is currently pulling out of their video game sector. We're going to talk about that later tonight. But with Amazon pulling out and a lot of people pulling out, it's just interesting how Netflix is trying to go all in on this. And they're paying big money. They're paying big money. They were trying to hire a director for almost $1 million a year. I'm not even kidding. They were trying to hire a director for almost $1 million a year. It was something ridiculous, like almost $900,000, not including bonuses. Fucking insane. So they're definitely trying to put out. They're definitely trying to put something out. Let me X this out really quick. Battlefield 6. Guys, remember the backlash over the skins of Battlefield 6? Remember we just talked about this the other day, and most of you guys said that it was overblown or, you know, whatever. But some people did say that it was not overblown and that the skins were a little bit too much. Well, apparently Battlefield 6 is going to be listening to player feedback, and the skins are being adjusted after the community backlash over the skins itself. It says the colors of Battlefield 6's system override skin have been adjusted after the community expressed dissatisfaction about unrealistic skins coming to the game. And you got to keep in mind, this is going to be a consistent thing. The reason why it's going to be a consistent thing is because flat out, they don't like, you guys ran on marketing, making fun of Call of Duty, right? You ran on marketing, making fun of Call of Duty for having stupid fucking skins, like just completely losing their identity, everything on the side. Like you guys ran on that marketing. So to turn around and introduce a skin that makes you so goddamn bright blue that you stand out from a mile away in a, you know, a war zone setting, it's not exactly very, I don't know, it's not exactly very realistic. Now, I didn't think it was too over the top, in my opinion, but I could understand why people would think, you know, I could understand why people would think that it was. So it's going to make you look pretty bad if you end up going down this route. Now, if you guys are unaware, Season 1 for Battlefield 6 has officially started. I probably will be playing tonight. Probably. So stick around for Griffcast late tonight. We'll probably be playing Battlefield, but Season 1 has officially come out. But apparently Battlefield 6 players are vigilant about the game's cosmetics. Anything even slightly unrealistic will not be accepted. Most recently, we saw significant backlash towards the Season 1 skin, Wicked Grin. Fortunately, the developers have been prompt in making adjustments. Spotted by The Gamer, which, by the way, The Gamer has been completely fucking nuked from within. Now they're basically ran by mostly AI journalists. A new post on the Battlefield subreddit reveals that the subtle changes made to Battlefield 6's system override skin. The cosmetic was being labeled as a collaboration with Monster Energy Drink because of its bright green accents. Now the brightness has been significantly toned down, and the green color has been darkened to feel more realistic. Players have expressed happiness in the comments section about the developers' prompt actions. So if you look here, you can see what they did here. And I mean, just look at it. This looks way better. This looks way better. We talked about the blue skin and how the blue was way too bright. I hope they do the same thing with that, where they make it pretty dark and blend in a little bit more. But this is the other one that has like a green color, and the green color was pretty bright. This is a lot better. Darker, you know, more in line, more realistic. This is so much better. It's not even funny. Right? And it's such a simple, like, it's such a simple thing. Like darkening the color is incredible. So Battlefield 6 skins have been a topic of debate since the very beginning, as many players don't want to go the same route Call of Duty did with their cosmetics, which is why, even before the game's launch, the community has been quick to express its dissatisfaction with the leaked skins. Moreover, with the Wicked Grin, some players threatened to not revive players wearing the skin in their lobbies. I remember that. We were talking about that. So anyway, I'm glad that this is being addressed. I'm glad it's being handled, and that's a plus in my opinion. It goes to show that they're at least listening, but it also goes to show that you got to keep them on a very short leash. You have to keep them on a very short leash. If you do not, they will go rampant with it. Guaranteed. Guaranteed they'll do it. This story is crazy. I meant to cover this yesterday. Peace out, Mr. Vegeta. Feel better, bro. Feel better, man. I meant to cover this yesterday. I did not have time to cover this, so I just want to talk about this today. This is actually pretty fucking hilarious and also pretty scary at the same time. So Apparently, it's been said that multiple police cars showed up to a school after a surveillance system monitored by AI flagged a bag of Doritos as a gun and says AI is not the best. Okay, so now obviously, I think it's a good thing that schools are getting more protection from psychopaths. They'd like to, write certain etchings on their bullets and go kill people that are defenseless. I think it's a good thing. Obviously, the technology needs work. Okay, the technology needs work. So we're going to read into this a little bit more and see exactly what happened here. But apparently, Doritos will make it scan as a gun, which is pretty interesting. AI is slowly making its way into every facet of life, and that means more and more fields are being manned by machines that can't be held accountable. In many cases, AI going wrong is normally confined to a poor Google search or bad Photoshop. But on October 20th, police showed up armed at a high school as a result of an AI miscalculation. As reported by WMAR2 News, multiple police cars showed up to a high school in Baltimore County, Maryland, to apprehend a student who AI flagged as having a gun. Body cam footage from ABC 7 Chicago. All students on the premises at 7:23 p.m. were checked by the police officers and no gun was found. It wasn't until 3 minutes after apprehending the students that the police officers spotted a blue bag of Doritos in the bin and put together what had gone wrong. The Omni Alert AI gun detection system, which monitors the school's cameras, alerted the school that a gun may be on the grounds, and the authorities were informed as a result. That's fucking crazy. In an attempt to explain what happened to students, an officer says, I guess just the way you guys were eating chips, Doritos or whatever, picked it up as a gun. After the problem was resolved and the culprit, a bag of Doritos, was found, one of the police officers told the student, AI is not the best. So I think this is the footage. We could definitely watch it. Oh, never mind. Can't watch the footage. Okay. I don't know why it's doing that. In any case, I think that this is something that is pretty hilarious. And it goes to show that AI is just not there yet. And I know that we consistently try to, we try to do so many things that rely on AI these days, more and more and more. But the truth is that you can't rely on AI for everything. You just can't. You can't rely on AI for everything. So Doritos is officially a weapon. If you didn't know, now you know. Now you know. All right, let's get into the next topic really quick. We're banging through them. We are banging through them. We got, what is this? Oh, guys, the second game I want to look at. The second game I want to look at is Darkwood 2. I don't know if any of you guys played Darkwood 1, but let me show you guys Darkwood 2. This is the second game. I didn't get a chance to look at the indie showcase. I know Cassie was reacting to it, but I noticed they talked about Darkwood 2. Darkwood 1 was pretty damn cool. I'm curious to see what Darkwood 2 is going to be about. I haven't watched just yet, so I want to watch it together right now and see what they got cooking with the sequel and kind of go from there. So like the stream, don't be a hate watcher. Here we go. It's insane. That is insane. Hypnotic likes that Darkwood. God damn. That hurts my soul. That hurts my soul. I gotta tell you, boys. I have, like, this month in October, we played so many horror games, and there are so many that are amazing out there. That are indie games. Some of them even, not indie games like AAA, but really it's indie games. So many out there. It's fucking insane what these developers are capable of with minimal budgets and maximum creativity. And I got to tell you, I've been at my happiest playing these games. They are fucking fantastic in every way. And I just love to see them continuing to do more. Sincerely, they're really good. I understand horror games are not for everyone. But I got to tell you, you are missing out on some of the greatest stories. They're really, really top tier stories that people are missing out on because they might be a little scared or whatever and stuff. But I'm telling you, man, not every horror game is cut the same. They're not all like super scary. I don't find any of them to be scary personally, but I think it's because I'm dead inside. But regardless, it is so good. It is so good. Let's continue. The atmosphere in the first Darkwood was really, really good. So I wonder, if it looks like they're going to keep that up. The lighting effects and everything are really good too, as you could see, because he's inside of this place here and it's like splitting it through the window and stuff. So the atmosphere is really, really, really good. Yeah, I'm gonna wishlist this like pretty much immediately. What the fuck was that? Some ugly person. This thing is I just think it looks fucking awesome. It does. It looks awesome. And like I said, as you travel around the environments, the atmosphere is really, really top tier. So definitely pretty cool. The scariest thing in this is the IGN logo. Oh my God. You might be right though. You might be right. All right, let's X out of this. We got Battlefield 6. Guys, Battlefield 6. It has been confirmed. Okay, a couple of things are happening with Battlefield 6 right now. Number one, Season 1 just started. So that's that. Number two, the Battle Royale mode has released officially. So it's free to play, supposedly. But Battle Royale has officially released. So there's two major things that are happening right now in Battlefield 6. So it's pretty hype. But one of the questions people had is whether or not you're going to be able to have saved progression between RedSec and Battlefield 6, right? Like the regular multiplayer. Well, apparently it's been confirmed that there is going to be shared progression between the two, which is pretty cool in my opinion. So here's what's being transferred between them according to PC Gamer. Well, let's talk about this first. So firstly, how about that download? The bane of way too many recent games being free to play. RedSec is available as a separate download on all platforms, but if you already own Battlefield 6, then you'll be able to boot it up from the main menu. Hopefully, this makes having two separate but inextricably linked games slightly less annoying and confusing for everyone, though only time will tell. Moving on to the main course, overall account progression is unified between both Battlefield 6 and RedSec, though there are challenges specific to each one. This means your account level and unlock gear and customization options are shared. You level up in one game, you'll see it reflected in the other. That is a major W. Okay? That is a major, major, major W. The fact that you can share progression between the Battle Royale and the actual real multiplayer. Like, you could share progression is pretty cool. Likewise, the Battle Pass is also shared between them, which is pretty major as well, letting you gain Battle Pass XP and unlock all the same rewards. There are no exclusive items behind either game. There's a host of new cosmetics and other items in the Season 1 Battle Pass, so you'll be making progress no matter where you spend your time going forward. However, while the Battle Pass itself is shared, certain events can feature their own paths with challenges relating to either Battlefield 6 or RedSec. In other words, you might have to dip your toes in from time to time to tick off a few tasks. So, fine, whatever. Like, you could have different challenges for the type of game you're playing, whatever. We have different challenges for different weapons, so who cares? But as long as progression is shared, I think that is a major W in my opinion. All this to say that it's basically like the mainline Call of Duty entries in a standalone Warzone, which I think is what we all expected anyhow. You can flip between both, stick to Battlefield 6 and completely ignore the Battle Royale if you're fed up with them, or you could solely play RedSec if that's what you've always wanted from Battlefield. So that's pretty awesome. And again, it's I consider this to be extra. It's content that you don't have to pay for. You can play RedSec for free if you want, or you can play Battlefield 6 if you have it by itself, whatever that may be. But I think that's pretty cool. That's cool. There needs to be more shared progression between these two kinds of things, especially if you're going to make them coexist. I think that's a W in my opinion. So good job to EA. I can't believe I'm saying that, but even a broken clock is right twice a day. All right, let's get into this really quick. So just like not gaming news, but we did cover Doctor Who before, so we're just gonna cover it right now to just have a little bit of a laugh and then move on. So as you guys know, Doctor Who decided to do Whatever this is. Okay. And Doctor Who has been going downhill for a while for some of its most hardcore fans. A lot of people have checked out. The ratings have completely plummeted. This particular version of Doctor Who is the lowest it's ever been. And Disney got involved and threw some money, right? They threw some money at Doctor Who, and they basically partially funded Doctor Who this particular season, and they bought 2 seasons, right? Well, there's been a lot of rumors going around, that Doctor Who was going to get canceled. Well, the ironic thing is that Doctor Who is not getting canceled, but it is being dropped by Disney. Disney, officially, as of today, is no longer teaming up with the BBC for Doctor Who, but a new Christmas special is confirmed for 2026. So, Will the Fans is going to have his content. Will the Fans are he's going to have his content. But Disney, after 2 seasons, decided to back away because I guess even Doctor Who is too progressive for Disney, or just flat out they don't have the money. I mean, again, subsidization is not as easy as it used to be, and they decided to say, well, we bought 2 seasons, we gave it a shot, we're out of here, right? Because even with the promotion for Disney, it still was the lowest rated Doctor Who by far. So clearly, none of that worked to bolster the franchise in any way. So RIP to Doctor Who being Disney funded. Disney backed out, and now it's just up to the BBC to fund the rest, which I'm sure they're going to, because let's be real, it means a lot to them. T-Jap, I think, says we're at 150 something away from tier 1. Shout out T-Jap. Old Man Cat says we got 563 watching and only 341 likes. Bro, we got 200 hate watchers.
You got another donation. Add it to the total. Sigh.
That's crazy, bro. 200 hate watchers is insane. Insane. All right. That is basically it for the fast topics, I think. Let me see. There might be one more. Nope, that's it. That's it. That's it for the fast topics, boys. Perfect. Let's get it. We're going to get into them. Where are we at? Little Hypnotic 405. Can't wait to go trick or treating with you Friday, Dad. Sure. No problem. Not in that outfit, though. K Styles, what if PlayStation has a game called OF Simulator and you could guess what OF stands for? There's no way, bro. What? What? OF Simulator. What? Steam has it too. Oh my God. Oh my God, bro. What? That's insanity. Can I even show this? Wait, OF Simulator? Wait. OF Simulator. It's not showing up on SteamDB, but I definitely saw it when I Googled it. OF Simulator. Bro, what the fuck? Coming soon, it says. Oh my God. I can show you this. I can show you the description. Hold on. Check out the description. Look at this. Build your content empire. In OF Model Simulator, you step into the virtual shoes of an exclusive content creator and launch your own business in the world of premium fan platforms. Choose your style, craft your brand, create eye-catching posts, and manage every aspect of your digital career. It all starts with a single photo and 0 followers. But with clever strategy, charisma, and creativity, yeah. Strategy, charisma, and creativity, yeah. There's a lot of strategy, a lot of charisma, I'm sure. You'll rise through the ranks and become a star with fans lining up and brands begging for your attention. Customize every detail of your avatar, facial features, outfits, poses, vibes. It's your digital identity and you're in full control. Whether you're the girl next door or a bold glam diva, it's all about standing out. And don't forget the numbers. Set subscription prices, manage exclusive tiers, and optimize your revenue like a true businesswoman. Guys, you know who's going to be playing this game? Do you guys know who's going to be playing this game? I'll give you one guess who's going to be playing this game. One guess. Let me see if you guys get it right. Madam Savvy? No. Although, maybe. Maybe, but she's not the one I'm thinking about. There is one person that always wanted to have their own OnlyFans empire. There is one person. JT, Alyssa Mercante? Nope. Old Man Cad? Nope. So, the one person that always wanted to have an OnlyFans empire is in this chat right now and will guarantee play it. And I can't find their name right now. I can't find their name. But of course, we're going to be talking about Toxin. That's right. He's going to open up an OnlyFans page. He's going to make it all about feet and furries. That's what he's going to do. Congrats, Toxin. You got your dream, man. You got your dream. Shout out to Toxin. I can't find his name. Otherwise, I would show it on screen. But, you know he would. You know he's going to play this shit. Feet furries? Yeah, that's what he's going to call it. That's hilarious. Damn, man, I can't believe they got that shit. Then again, they got simulators for everything. Let's be real. They got simulators for literally everything. So it's not really that shocking when you think about it. Thank you, K Styles. Then we got Old Man Cat with a 2. Check your Discord DM for a new Cassie pick. Oh boy. Oh, I'm not showing that. She'll fucking lose her mind. Nope. Thank you, Old Man Cat. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. Let's check on Rumble really quick. I think Rumble's asleep today. Yeah, Rumble's asleep. Rumble has checked out, boys. That's it. Rumble's done. Where's Snooty Mims? Snooty Mims left. Let's see. He hasn't come back in a long time. He quit. After that couple of days I wasn't streaming on Rumble because they didn't pay me and stuff. Snooty Mims is gone. Rumble's checked out. That's all right. We still love Rumble anyway. Love you guys, man. All right. Who said Doctor Who 3 times and summoned Will? Oh, I don't know. Did that actually happen? Will the fans is here. What's up, Will? How you doing? We just talked about Doctor Who not that long ago. That's so ironic. You talk about Doctor Who and Will the fan shows up. That's great. That's so good. Toxin says, I'm doing free. Yo, I told you. Toxin says, I'm doing free trials. Oh, man. I knew it. You would be the one to play OF Simulator. I knew it. Absolutely knew it. Shout out to Toxin, man. All right, let's continue. I think we're caught up. Yes, we are caught up. Thank you guys so much. We're like 140 something or 50. I don't remember. Away from tier 1. So let's do our best. Forget the rest. Let's get into the main content. Let me set up really quick. Give me 1 second. Uno momento. Right here. Amazon Games, boys. Oof. Amazon Games, Twitch, getting fucking wrecked. Absolutely destroyed right now. It is not pretty what is happening. It is not pretty. The numbers are insane. We're going to talk about it. We got people getting fucking laid off, fired, everything. It's unbelievable. And keep in mind, guys, this generation of AI is enabling companies to innovate much faster than ever before, says Amazon, as it confirms that 14,000 corporate roles will be laid off. Ouch. It gets worse. It just gets worse. It continues to get worse. So we're going to cover Amazon's layoffs. We're going to cover Twitch's layoffs. We got one example of somebody being fired recently. They worked in trust and safety for Twitch. Massive numbers. These are insane numbers, ungodly numbers. And it's all happening before the end of the year. It's all happening before the end of the year because they want their investors to be happy. And investors get happy when layoffs happen because that means the number goes up, you know? It's just the truth. That's what it is. So if they're not in the green by the end of the year with all these people, then guess what happens? They kick them the fuck out so that they can get in the green. Happens all the time. But now it's more than ever because these people, they hired a mass amounts of people. And, just like last year and this year, they've been getting rid of all these extra people. And it ends up with the same situation, man.
Welcome home!
Same thing every time. Welcome home, guys. Fries in the bag. All right, boys, we're going to cover this main topic. Let's talk about it and see what we got going on here. And I already drank water, so thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, in today's video, we're going to be covering, one of the most massive welcome home parties that I think we have seen in quite a while. And that's saying a lot considering that this year has seen well over 30,000 layoffs in the gaming industry easily. Probably a little less than that, but now it's definitely more than ever. Amazon has announced that they are laying off about a total of anywhere, I think the numbers are anywhere between 15,000 to 30,000 people. It is a massive amount of people that are losing their job, some of which is coming from Amazon Games and even Twitch. Yes, Twitch is being hit by layoffs as well. And it's such an interesting time for this to happen, considering all the drama that is happening with Twitch right now. We saw what happened with Emeru over at TwitchCon. We saw what happened with the assault that happened on video against the streamer Syed. We saw all of this go down, and ironically, Twitch is all of a sudden experiencing layoffs. I just find this to be very interesting timing. They're going to say it's coincidental. I'm going to say it's not, but obviously it's kind of all up to you. Now, with that being said, let's kind of go into this article from Insider Gaming, and let's see exactly what's going down. This is a massive amount of people, guys. Amazon is laying off more than 14,000 corporate employees. Within those layoffs, Amazon Games and Twitch will be hit in some capacity. Bloomberg says, without going into specifics, that both video games and the cloud computing area of the company will be affected. Insider Gaming has reached out to Amazon to ask how many people were set to be let go from the gaming division and Twitch. As of publishing, a response has not been received. Now, with all this being said, it's definitely affecting the gaming part of them because New World, their game that came out a few years ago that I played when it first came out, and I actually liked New World. I have no problems with New World. There was an update that we're going to go over in a separate video, but I'll give you a little bit of a tidbit. They announced that they are going to be shutting the game down. They're going to stop development altogether on New World. And it's kind of sad considering how many times they've tried to update this game and how many times they tried to rebrand this game, but it never worked out, unfortunately, for them. But we'll cover this in another video. Let's focus more on the layoffs and see exactly what's going on. According to Bloomberg, Jason Schreier, the cuts would largely fall on its offices in Irvine and San Diego, as well as its central publishing division. Wow. San Diego, huh? That's interesting. Interesting area for them to suffer layoffs. The company will reduce the amount of work it does on big budget titles, particularly surrounding massively multiplayer online games or MMORPGs. Now, the reason why they're specifically calling out MMORPGs is because not even just a few years ago, before New World was even announced, they had said that they were going to be focusing on MMORPGs. They were going to be investing money in massively multiplayer online video games. That was Amazon's goal with their games division. And we ended up getting New World, and people were hyped for it, and I was playing it like crazy. There was a lot of people playing the game. But unfortunately, the game just completely fell off and died, and it never recovered. And now it looks like they're pulling out of their initial promise. It says, while we're proud of our success in first-party AAA game development and publishing, we have made the difficult decision to halt significant amount of our first-party AAA game development work, specifically around MMOs, within Amazon Game Studios, including making significant role reductions in our studios in Irvine and San Diego, as well as our central publishing team. An email sent by Vice President of Audio, Twitch, and Game, Steve Boom, to employees said. Including the layoffs was Tarfu, who had been with Twitch for 11 years. Now, this is somebody I was going to cover his specific tweet. This is who they're talking about, okay? The guy's name is Tarfu. I have no idea who this is. Apparently, he worked at Trust and Safety over at Twitch for 11 years. Let's take a look at what he has to say because he was just fired today as part of the layoff. So this is happening. This is not fake. This is not like, being exaggerated. There are firings happening right now at Twitch and at Amazon Video Games, and it's massive. It's a lot of people. He says, I was laid off at Twitch today. I was at Twitch for 11 years. I started off working in trust and safety and then moved to customer experience. I was the person who built the entire fraud program at Twitch. One of the reasons I never told people what I did for work. I was the one keeping bad actors off Twitch who steal and abuse ad revenue on the platform. I guess I did my job too well since they let me go. Bro, come on. Come on, bro. Really? I did my job too well, so they let me go. Okay. But I do have some great stories of being there over a decade. Horrible timing since my motorcycle accident was a month ago, and I am getting married in less than a month. This has definitely been a bad year. Now, again, guys, at the end of the day, like if you're getting fired, it's never going to come at a time that's opportune. It almost never happens that way. You know, these things happen always at the worst time. You know, I understand feeling bad for yourself. I understand having the woe is me kind of attitude. Totally get that. But you got to pull yourself up from your bootstraps, man. If you're about to be married, you need to take care of that family. You need to take care of that wife, and that's your job. So you got to kind of figure it out. I'm sure you know that. This person says, bro, you might have built the worst fraud program for Twitch. I don't think you realize how many streamers got permanently false banned because of your terribly made program. Tarfu says, oh, I realize, and we're not all innocent. We can't just shame them and show the evidence. Data doesn't lie. But just like anything, there is a false positive, which we made good. You built the fraud program? You're telling me you're the reason for the wave of false, fraudulent activity bans that took place from 2024 to present? I was desperately looking for you. You fucking suck at your job then, you fat fuck. Shame you didn't break your back, fucking loser. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God, relax. Relax. Holy shit. Tarfu says, maybe don't fraud. Our false positive rate was under industry standards, right? Armando says, welcome home. I can't, man. Sometimes reading these cultures are just insane. I'm so sorry to hear this. You brought only positive things to Twitch, and I wish you the best for you in the future. You guys notice the difference between comments made by women and comments made by men? I just want to reiterate. Comment made by woman, I'm so sorry to hear this. Heart emojis. You brought only positive things. You're so amazing. Thank you so much for everything. Comment made by a man, you fucking suck at your job, yeah, you fat fuck. I'm sorry. I just, the duality there is amazing. Anyway, this person says, incredibly sorry to hear, man. Best to you. Thanks for all your time there. Not enough people realize the hard work that goes into trust and safety. Very sorry. Now go back to the team and check whether we have space for additional TNS hires. DM me, winky face, or actually not winky face, smiley face. So, this person says, sometimes with situations like this, it's a blessing in disguise. Just means you're destined for something greater. I do agree with that. I do agree that sometimes when you're fired, it is a blessing in disguise, and you could find something that's even greater. So never be down on yourself. Always like look forward to the next thing and try to pull yourself up from your bootstraps, man. That's basically it. I know it's easier said than done, but you got to wipe that shit off and just keep going. But now that we know this guy and his experience, I'm sure we're going to be finding out even more people that got fired that haven't made statements yet. So let's keep going and scroll down. News of the mass layoffs was first reported by Reuters. The cuts would be, according to the outlet, the largest cut since 2022, when Amazon let go of 27,000 people. This new set of layoffs would be the largest in company history, with impacted employees to be notified via email. Jesus, it's going to be more than 27,000 people. That's what I'm saying. Like, the numbers are all over the place, right? You have a post here from Pirate Nation. It says, today, several large technology or technology-adjacent companies have conducted mass layoffs. Amazon, 30,000 plus. Intel, 24,000 plus. Accenture, 11,000 plus. Microsoft, 7,000 plus. And keep in mind, guys, Microsoft has fired, with the 7,000 now, probably well over 20,000 plus people this year. Microsoft has fired a lot of people, okay? PwC, 5,600 plus. Salesforce, 4,000. And Meta, 600. Meta's also fired a ton of people too. Now, the interesting thing is that this person, they said that they're going to be notified via email. That's like a massive fuck you, you know, just be notified via email. Hey guys, you don't have to bother coming to work anymore. You can stay home. It's actually amazing. I wonder if they're going to get any kind of severance or anything like that. I got to imagine they probably won't. Now, keep in mind, guys, here's the culmination of this entire story. The culmination of this story is this. This generation of AI is enabling companies to innovate much faster than ever before, says Amazon, as it confirms that 14,000 corporate roles will be laid off. Guys, some reports suggest that the true figure would be as high as 30,000. Guys, what I want to tell you is that as much as we would love to blame, the psychopaths in the gaming industry, the wokies, whatever you want to say, right? Whatever word you want to use. It is not that, okay? It is part of that, but it is not wholly that. What it is that the industries, both technology and gaming all together, are going all in on AI, okay? They're going all in on this. Now that they feel like the technology is there, they are getting rid of a massive amount of people. All the people who otherwise are useless they're getting rid of them because AI is taking over for their job. This is what they've been wanting for God knows how long now, right? They want AI to take over for the average employee and only have the highest of the high employees left to manage the AI systems, to fix the work, make sure the work is good or whatever. This is what's happening. This is truly what's behind the layoffs. I don't think it's anything else personally. I think it's I think it's AI taking their jobs. That's what I think it is personally. But we could read this to see exactly what this Amazon person said. So earlier today, Amazon sent an email to all its employees to explain why it needed to make organizational changes that will result in 14,000 corporate roles being laid off. The message carried the usual phrases one sees in missives from senior management. More leanly, fewer layers, more ownership, move as quickly as possible. The reason why all of that is not required was also laid bare, and it's AI. The message in question came from Beth Galletti, Amazon Senior Vice President of People Who Experience and Technology. In it, she confirmed that the retail and server giant is reducing its workforce. While this will be including reducing in some areas and hiring in others, it will mean an overall reduction in our corporate workforce of approximately 14,000 roles. Gilletti says that the Amazon's recruiting teams will prioritize internal candidates to help as many people as possible find new roles within Amazon. The obvious questions are to just ask what kind of roles have been laid off and what positions are such people expected to take on. Although the answers to these questions aren't explicitly answered in Galletti's message, there is one statement that, to all intents and purposes, does. Some may ask why we're reducing roles when the company is performing well. Across our business, we're delivering great customer experience every day, innovating at a rapid rate, and producing strong business results. What we need to remember is that this world is changing quickly. This generation of AI is the most transformative technology we've seen since the internet, and it's enabling companies to innovate much faster than ever before in existing market segments and altogether new ones. We're convinced that we need to be organized more leanly with fewer layers and more ownership to move as quickly as possible for our customers and business. So they flat out said it. They flat out said that we want to lean out the employee force and replace them with AI. That is flat out what they said. Now, I know people out here are going to say AI is not ready. And I agree with you. AI is probably not ready. But what I also want you to understand is what these companies have access to is always going to be better than what the public has access to, or I should say at least easily have access to, right? What Amazon is able to pay for in terms of AI and its quality and its work is a lot better and a lot stronger than what we may be able to pay for or access ourselves. Just like governments have technology that the civilians don't have, it's kind of the same thing with corporations and some of the things they're able to do and what they can afford and technologies that they develop. Don't forget, they also have research and development teams, so they could definitely come up with their own things half the time if they hire some genius out there, So there are ways. There are absolutely ways for them to get their hands on something that would probably blow your mind. You probably wouldn't even realize that they're even capable of doing it until it actually shows up in front of you. So, but I do agree that AI is not quite there yet, but I think the companies have realized in their own mind that they're ready to make the move. They want to make the move. They need to make the move. They've been dying to make the move for the longest time to get rid of people and replace them with machines. This happens in almost every industry. Automation comes in some way, shape, or form. And while this is not true automation just yet, it is a form of it, and it's going to keep happening. And this won't be the end of it. 2026, there will be more layoffs. There will be more leaning out. There will be more destruction in the gaming industry. It's only a matter of time. And no, it's not only because of wokeness. It is simply because you guys suck so bad that a machine can do it better or as good. So you guys let me know in the comments down below. What do you think about all this? What do you think about the layoffs? What do you think about Twitch firing people? What do you think about Amazon firing people? What do you think about this in general? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching this video. And if you enjoyed it, consider hitting that like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next one. AI's coming for their jobs, dude.
Welcome home!
AI is coming for their jobs. And truthfully speaking, AI is coming for a lot of things, right? Even content creators, right? Even content creators. Deadeye's locked for $1 on Rumble says Hypno says Rumble checked out. But at least we didn't check out like Twitch's credibility. Oh, damn. Nice one. Nice one, Deadeye's lock. Nice one. T-Jab says we're 133.13 away from tier 1. That is all. All right, getting felted. I understand. It's not my channel's birthday anymore, so now we're getting felted. This is already the AI VTuber. I'm not surprised. I am not surprised at all. Speedy Cake with a 10. It's funny people being mad at Battlefield 6 for skins, but not Call of Duty Black Ops 7 for going back on their word and doing a little Caesar skin complete with pizza cutter, knife, and cheese and sauce camo. It's because number one, COD players love that shit, as you can see in how many people buy the skins. And number two, Battlefield players are too busy just making sure Battlefield stays the way it's supposed to be. They don't really feel like checking in on Call of Duty. Although I haven't seen the skin that you're talking about, so out of curiosity, I'm going to look it up. Let's see. Black Ops 7, pizza cutter, knife, and cheese. Let's see. What are we going to find? Pizza cutter, knife, and cheese. What the fuck is that? Oh my god, bro. This game's a fucking joke, bro. This game is such a fucking joke. It really is. It really is a joke.
There is now a pizza gun in Black Ops 6 Zombies. You need to earn 370,000 XP to unlock this, and all it does is shoot pizza discs. But is it good or is it trash in Black Ops 6 Zombies? Let's jump in game, test it on all Pack-a-Punch levels, and even take it in the Liberty Falls boss fight, as the more we use it, the better it gets. Alright, ladies.
Oh my fucking god, bro. It's in Zombies, though? Yeah, what makes you think it's not going to go in the real game, my guy? Oh my god, bro. Bro, what is this? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? And the sad thing is that people are going to buy it. People are going to buy it, okay? Although it says that you can unlock it with certain XP, so I guess you don't have to buy it. I don't really know how it works. I don't play Zombies. But still, it's like, what the fuck are we doing, bro? What are we seriously doing? I don't know anymore. I really don't know. A pizza gun is now in Call of Duty. Amazing. This is top tier comedy. Yo, Cult Classic Cage has rated us. Shout out to Cassie rating us. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Mods, please drop Cult Classic Cage's channel in the chat and make sure to include a link to the nearest Pepsi location for the anyway. Thank you, Cassie, for the raid. I appreciate that very much. Everybody saw your dress, by the way. Everybody saw your dress. Couldn't hide it. Yeah, no, they're going so ridiculous with Call of Duty. This is fucking insane, bro. A literal pizza gun is wild, bro. Wild. Like, this is like, what are we doing, man? And then they'll seriously talk to you. They'll look at you in the face and be like, nope, this is Call of Duty. And again, I know it's Zombies. I know Zombies has always been ridiculous, but it's like, bro.
Got the rebound there.
You know this shit's going to end up in the main game somehow. Guaranteed. It's only a matter of time. Only a matter of time. Damn me and my Pepsi. You know that Pepsi dress is fire. Okay, you know it is. So let's stop lying. Stop lying. All right, boys. Let's get into the main topics. Well, we already are, but let's get to the next main topic. We gotta talk about this. I've been wanting to talk about this since yesterday. I did not get to talk about this, and I'm highly upset because this is going to be a really good topic, boys. You ready for this? The Outer Worlds 2. The Outer Worlds 2. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Before I do this, I forgot to bring up their numbers. Let me bring up their numbers. Hold on. Let me bring up their numbers. Outer Worlds 2. I know it's an early release right now. I don't think it's in full release just yet. It releases on the 29th, so tomorrow. Tomorrow it goes in full release. So keep that in mind as we're talking about that, just for transparency's sake. All right, we're not doing no fucking Circana Alinea numbers, but we're only going to give you what we want to give you. Full transparency. I'll save it for the video so that you guys can be a little shocked on it. I'll save it for the video. But we're going to go over the numbers, talk about it. Serpentine Deity says you're bringing up their numbers. Shill. Damn. Sorry, bro. And again, guys, go subscribe to Code Classic Cage. Constantly putting in the work. She does an amazing job. Everybody and their mother hates her. I don't know why. I really don't know why people hate Cassie so much. I mean, I do know why she gets on their nerves, because she shit posts on Twitter all the time. But to be fair, I don't really shit post on Twitter, and I get equal amount of hate. So it really doesn't matter. Shit posting or not, it doesn't matter. But she does amazing work. You know what it really is? It's because, in my opinion, they don't like that a girl is saying shit that normally a guy would say. That's in my opinion. I think they don't like that. But you can take that for what it's worth. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. IB the Ebb says Cassie who? Come on, bro. Like, you don't know who Cassie is. Everybody who's in here knows Cassie. Come on, stop lying. Stop lying. Pizza Cat says, I just looked it up, but you can use it for PvP. Call of Duty is a really mummified corpse pretending to be alive. There you go, Toxin. There you go, Toxin. So you could use it in PvP as well. So I can literally shoot you with pizzas. That is what Call of Duty is, bro. I could shoot you with pizzas. Think about that. All right, let's get into this content. Let's talk about Outerworlds 2 and the weirdest fucking message. And I understand, I want to be very clear before I talk about it, but I'm going to talk about it in video too. I want to be very clear. In Outerworlds, okay, I understand the whole anti-capitalism story message. It's impossible for me not to understand it, even in the first one, because the developers who are anti-capitalists selling their video game through capitalism, they take every moment to remind you that they hate you if you enjoy capitalism and the benefits of it. They take every moment to remind you how bad you are. So to see this message pop up on screen, if you bought the deluxe edition telling you you're basically terrible for buying it, yeah, I'm not exactly very surprised. And of course, they're going to do it in jest. They're going to do it as seemingly a joke. But we all know that they're 100% serious about it because they're actually punishing the player for buying the deluxe edition. It's fucking crazy. So let me drink some water. We're going to talk about it. All right, let's get into it. I've been wanting to cover this since yesterday. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got another story about the Outer Worlds 2. Now, at the time of filming this video, Outer Worlds 2 is going to officially release tomorrow. Now, the reason why people are talking about Outer Worlds 2 is for two reasons. Number one, the pre-release numbers are not doing very well, and I'm about to show you those in a second, but keep in mind as we watch this video, those are pre-release numbers. We don't have full release numbers yet, so just to be fair, let's wait till tomorrow before we get an idea of what the concurrent numbers are going to be on Steam. Also, the game is on Game Pass, just like Avowed, but Outer Worlds never really did crazy numbers. Outer Worlds was one of those games that sold a lot of copies when it was on super sale for many years. That's the kind of game that it was. It was never a come out the gate swinging kind of game. Not only that, it's a $70 game during a time where there is a multitude of $70 games out there and people's wallets are being spread thin. Like, look at the indie games. The indie games are succeeding right now because they're anywhere between $5 to $20, and they're actually so much fun that you could argue they're more fun or as fun as the AAA games for $60 less. Like, why would you want to go spend $70 when you could buy 3 indie games for $30, on average, and have a way more better time and way more content to play? But again, that's my opinion. Same reason why Ninja Gaiden is not doing very well right now. Similar reason. With all this being said, the Outer Worlds 2 is getting hate right now, and kind of rightfully so, kind of not, but more so, yes, because if you bought the $100 version for the game, which unironically gives you the early access that people are playing right now, if you bought the $100 version of the game literally preaches to you and makes you feel stupid for buying the $100 version. And they say that promotions and sales have riddled your brain. They call it, basically consumerism. They hate you. They don't. This is the developer team that has made it very obvious that they are going to be anti-capitalist. They said themselves that they were going to be putting it into the game. More so now than they did with the first game. They literally told you this before the game came out. So how could anyone sit here and be surprised when they see a message that we're about to see in the screenshot right below? I'm just going to go right to the screenshot because you might as well do it, and then we'll read the article and look at the numbers after. This is the message that pops up if you bought the $100 version, okay? It says the following. The Earth Directorate found a flaw in you. Consumerism. You're the reason our marketing works. Promotions and sales have riddled your brain, and you're more interested in buying the next big thing than financial planning. And then it gives you an effect, and it says, warning, once selected, flaws cannot be removed. The effects are you get minus 15% vendor prices, but you also sell your items at minus 10% value to vendors. So you're really only getting about a 5% discount. So they end up giving you a buff and a debuff, nearly fucking you for buying the $100 version. And it's because the developers that are selling you the game are anti-capitalist, trying to sell you a game in a capitalistic society. It's really just like the most ridiculous thing. But again, guys, I want to be very clear. I feel like it's overblown. I feel like people getting mad at this. It's something that they were very honest and upfront about. It's not that I agree with it. I'm just telling you they're very honest and upfront about it. They were going to tell you, they told you they were going to do this, okay? They told you that they don't like capitalism. They told you they were going to put it in the story. So to see a message like this pop up, I'm not surprised, okay? I'm not surprised at all. Now, with all this being said, that doesn't take away from the fact that the numbers are not looking good right now. Let's go over to numbers and see exactly what's going on. As of right now, checking out this game, 10,878 people are playing this game at concurrent peak 2 days ago. Okay. Keep in mind, pre-release numbers. These are not full release numbers. These are early access numbers. 7,279 people playing the game in 24 hours. 6,248 people playing this game right now. Okay. At the time of filming. If I were to refresh, it went down a little bit, but whatever. That's fine. So 6,200 people playing the game right now. If you look at the numbers right now, there's barely any people even interested in watching it on Twitch. It got an all-time peak of 48,367 with estimated sales right now, and it's kind of all over the place, so I don't really take them seriously. I don't really take these numbers seriously anyway. I usually take the middle ground, but 25K to 70K, basically. Number 11 in the top sellers. Number 35 in top wish list, which is pretty bad for a game from Obsidian Entertainment. And quite frankly, like I said, most people aren't watching it. There's only 705 people watching it right now. So the interest for this game has completely died in 4 days. In 4 days, it went from 48,367 to 705 people watching in 4 days. Completely fucking tanked, okay? And again, none of this means whether the game is good or bad. I'm not saying that the game is good or bad. I haven't played it yet. When I play it, I'll review it. You'll see it for yourself. But as of right now, I haven't played the game yet, so I can't speak to it being good or bad. I've heard some people say it's good. I've heard some people say it's bad. But ultimately, the numbers speak for themselves. Now, in terms of Avowed, I want to be very clear about this because Outerworlds 2 is supposed to be the bigger release, in my opinion, for Obsidian Entertainment. But if you look at Avowed had 229,000 people interested in watching the game when it came out at its peak. 229,000 people were interested in watching this game. Okay. Compare that to Outerworlds 2, where you only have 48,000 people wanting to watch this game right now on Twitch. And you would think that people want to watch this game now more than ever because it's in early access, which means that really only streamers and a couple of other people have bought this game to gain early access to it. For comparison, let's look at Outerworlds, the initial Outerworlds, and see what's going on with that. The initial Outerworlds had 182,000 people interested in watching the game when it released. That is a massive difference. Unbelievable difference. It's not even close. If you look at the pricing chart over here, price history, the cheapest this game has ever been was $7.49, right? That's actually the current price that it is right now. 75% off, $7.49. I'm not surprised that they put it on sale with the release of Outerworlds 2 coming tomorrow. I'm not surprised by that at all. So to see Outerworlds 2 do this bad in pre-release, right? It says this game is currently in advanced access. To see this game doing this bad in terms of viewership is not a good sign. That means that the interest in the game has completely fallen off compared to the first Outerworlds one. Now, I played the first Outerworlds one. I thought the game was slightly above mid. Okay, I've been saying this forever. The game was literally slightly above mid, in my opinion, and I felt like they had to swing pretty hard with Outerworlds 2 to really knock it out the park because the first game was pretty niche. I don't want to call it like niche, but it was kind of niche where, it had a purpose. It had a player base that it was going for, and it found them, but it found them over time. It found them very slowly over time. Keep in mind, too, Outerworlds 1 right now has sold an estimated 2-3 million copies just on Steam alone, right? So if a game like that sold 2 to 3 million copies on Steam alone, and it has that big of a player base, and right now it's rocking with about 7,111 people playing every 24 hours for its second version, you have to ask the question, well, what went wrong? Where is everybody? Where are all the players? Did you not want to... did you not want to play this game? Do you not want to play the sequel? I think what it is the same as Ninja Gaiden, okay? I'm not going to talk about whatever fucking wokeness people think is in the game, whatever bullshit like that. I'm going to talk about the one simple truth, and that is the fact that the game is $70. Plain and simple. The game is $70 right now. That is flat out too expensive, right? It's too expensive. This game is too expensive in the current time right now when there is way too much competition, way too much. There is so many games out there that are cheaper and probably better that offer way more for less. It is way too expensive, and you are surrounded by other games that are charging and asking $70. It's too much. There's too much out there, right? You got people out there that are not going to want to spend the money. Even if they bought the first Outerworlds, most of them are not going to want to spend $70 to buy the second one when they bought the first one for $10, right? When they bought it on sale. Why would they want to do that, right? So I don't understand why people would necessarily think anything else that would happen. I think the price point is really what's killing this game. And the funny thing is they wanted to charge $80 for this game. Initially, that was their idea, to charge $80 for this game. So in any case, let's look at this article here from PC Gamer, kind of break it down a little bit. Premium editions with early access, love them or hate them. Let's be real, you probably hate them. We can't deny the fact that they help make the line go up for studios because, well, they keep doing it, so it's clearly profitable enough to tank the negative PR. The Outer Worlds 2, despite getting a solid thumbs up by resident RPG sicko Ted Litchfield in his review, is no exception. See, the minimum $100 premium edition of the game gives you access to Obsidian's latest 5 whole days early. Also, to be fair, a few bonuses that are technically worth the price, 2 future DLCs, access to the art book and soundtrack, and a couple of bundles with armors and weapons in them, standard stuff. Oh, and the privilege of Obsidian sticking its tongue at you and going near. See, in the Outer Worlds 2, you can pick up optional flaws. These are typically Curse Kiss debuffs with a slight upside, forcing you to play around them, and they're typically triggered by certain in-game events. This one, however, is discovered by shelling out $100 for the premium edition, like Obsidian's good little pay piggy. Oink, oink, yes, you are. Here's what it does, courtesy of Disenchantor on the game subreddit. You are the reason our marketing works. Promotions and sales have riddled your brain, and you're more interested in buying the next big thing than financial planning. All of your sales made to vendors are reduced by 10%, but also everything becomes 50% cheaper, which, by my calculations, is just a straight 5% price reduction at vendors, right? I'm sure there's some economic or mathematical truth that disagrees with me, but I figure if everything else is 50% cheaper anyway, I still come out on top. A sneaky side effect of the flaw, per my fellow writers who are playing through the game, is that it also gives you unique dialogue options. They tell me these seem more along the lines of low intelligence choices in something like Fallout, and I have a sneaking suspicion that Obsidian just copy and pasted the dialogue from the dumb flaw, which is very funny given the prompt makes zero mention of this. And to be clear, it's completely fair enough that they aren't bespoke. I don't think it would have been in anyone's interest to lock a bunch of dialogue behind a $20 upsell. Anyway, it's a little fun, tongue lodged in cheek from Obsidian, even if it does seem a little deflective. Yes, it's nice they're being self-aware about it, but the point remains that you're still playing almost a week early. If you shelled out some extra money, you're also getting 2 future DLCs, but I figure it's past time we stop doing this altogether, surely. So again, there's nothing wrong with making fun of it. There's nothing wrong with having a joke about it. There's nothing wrong with that at all. It's just perhaps, doing it for $100 edition probably wasn't the smartest thing, especially considering that Obsidian has really bad PR from Avowed to carry over those ill feelings into Outer Worlds 2, something that, is totally different and would be hyped for a different reason. I don't think that was a very smart idea. So anyway, I think this is a little bit blown out of proportion, but ultimately I understand why people are upset about this, especially if they spent the money for it. So you guys can let me know in the comments down below. What do you think about all this? What do you think about, this particular message that you get for spending $100 on Outerworlds 2? Do you think Outerworlds 2 is not doing that well because of the price? Do you think it's not doing that well for something else? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, consider hitting that like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. And there you go. Hilarious. It's amazing. Winter says, Hypnotic, it's rather disconcerting that you reference a website making a claim about this consumerism flaw when the regular edition hasn't released yet to verify. Would like to see that. Well, we'll find out tomorrow. We will find out tomorrow what's going on with that. Abyssal Lab says, like, the 5 games I wanted are all over $100 AUD at the moment. So I'm like, I'll wait for a 50% off sale. Bro, I'm telling you right now, guys, like, a lot of these AAA games, the reason why they're held back and their numbers are so fucking bad is because they're not games that people necessarily are wanting to run out and buy day one. And that's not to slight the people that have. If you've ran out there and bought this game day one, it's not like I hate you. I don't hate you. Do what you want to do with your money. But I'm just telling you that most people don't feel that way. Most people don't view Outerworlds as a game that they got to pay full price for right now, today. Like, a lot of people don't feel that way. It's just not that kind of game. And there's other games out there right now that are asking for $70 that are also experiencing the same exact thing. There's so many games that came out recently that are $70 fucking that people don't want to do that. Look at the average amount of games that people play. Most people play 2 to 3 games a year. A year. Think about that. 2 to 3 games a year. So that means that you got to make a choice in those 2 to 3 games. And chances are Outerworlds is probably not going to be one of them. Not at full price. Not at full price. I didn't pay full price for Outerworlds. Fuck that shit. Not the first one anyway. The second one got gifted to me. Thank you guys. But again, it's like, fuck that. You know? So, and now more than ever, again, this is the year of indies. We have seen, guys, like, look at these numbers. Let me go back to SteamDB. Hold on. Look at these numbers, bro. I want you to look at something really quick, okay? Guys, even Power Wash Simulator 2 is doing better concurrent numbers than Outerworlds 2. I just want that to sink in a little bit, okay? Power Wash Simulator 2 is doing better numbers than Outerworlds 2. Power Wash Simulator 2 at its most right now is $24.99. You know what I'm saying? It's $24.99. Like, it is way cheaper. You mean the movie says you check out Red Sec yet? I'm not playing Red Sec. I don't play Battle Royales, bro. I'm good. I'll stick to the regular multiplayer, which I'm trying to play tonight. $24.99, right? Again, let's keep going. Even this game, Misery, right? This game came out on the 23rd of October. Indie game, right? Look at these fucking graphics. These are not, I mean, it looks like Stalker, but for the PS1. Not a bad thing, right? Misery. 12,291 people playing the game right now. I'm sorry, but all-time peak, right? 2 days ago. Look at the price. $8.99. And they put their game on sale. $8.99. And people are going to be like, well, yeah, obviously it has more numbers because it's cheaper. Yeah, that's the point. That's the point. That's what we're trying to tell you. That's the point. That's the whole fucking point. If Outerworlds 2 right now released at, say, $40, I think it would be double the numbers as that right now. At the minimum. Maybe even triple. Maybe even triple, right? Look at Dispatch. This is a narrative game. This is a fucking narrative game, bro. 12,707. Look at that. 12,707 all-time peak. Right? $26.99. 10% off. Right? And it's not even like, is that even a complete game? Is that an early access game? I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even talking about the big hitters. I'm just talking about random indie games that are here. I don't even know what the fuck this is. What is Uber Mosh? Oh, that looks cool. What the fuck? That looks like Genova. 9,620 all-time peak 24 days ago. Just think about that, you know? So when we look at these games, well, how much is Ubermosh out of curiosity? How much is it? Bro, it's 27 fucking cents at its lowest recorded price, 49 cents right now, bro. Come on. Come on, what are we doing? What are we doing? That's what I'm like telling you, man. Like, this is why when you look at a game like this, yes, I know the numbers are going to go up. Okay, I think the numbers are probably going to hit 20 to 25,000, maybe 30 if they're lucky. That's probably where they're going to end up with the full release, probably, right? In terms of concurrent numbers. But even if it does better than that, it doesn't matter, bro. Like, you're talking about a $70 game. A $70 game compared to all these games that are actually good games that I've personally, like, these games I haven't played, but the ones that I have played, it's not even close. Escape from Duck Off, what is that game doing right now? What is Escape from Duck Off doing? I don't even want to know. Let me see. It still keeps going higher. 301,322. 2 days ago. 100,000 people playing right now. You know? $15.83. You know what I'm saying? It's just not even close. It's not even close. Ball X Pit, a game that I'm fucking cracked out on, bro, all because of Mr. Rouge. Look at this. 35,402 2 days ago. Price $14.99, and it's not even on sale. $14.99 is not even on sale. Right? Megabonk. What's Megabonk doing these days? Megabonk, 117,000 was the highest. Right? $9.99 is the price. So again, guys, this is why there are very few games in a AAA that I would ever advocate paying full price for. Very rarely do I ever do that. And it's because the price to value proposition is not there, in my opinion. I understand that the developers do not feel that way, and that's okay. That's okay. I understand the industry doesn't feel that way, and that's okay. The reason why they don't feel that way is because they want their pockets lined, because their budgets are through the roof. They're paying so much money to make these games, but they also want to make sure they have enough money to line the pockets of the CEOs and make sure that they pay their developers. I get that, but your budget's insane, which doesn't mean that your game is automatically worth the $70, $80 price tag just because your budget's insane, right? There are some of them that are, most of them are not. Most of them are not. Slavery Games says, bought Tormented Souls for $5 this morning. Can't wait to check it out. You're going to get more time and content for $5 out of Tormented Souls than you would for the $70 price tag of Silent Hill F. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even fucking kidding. Tormented Souls took me 9 some odd hours to beat that game, and it is amazing. It is a more true horror experience than any game I played recently. Sincerely. Like, when it comes to Still Wakes the Deep is horror for a whole nother reason. But in terms of like real classic horror games, Tormented Souls gave me almost 10 hours of gameplay, and Silent Hill F gave me like 8.5 hours of gameplay. And that's a $70 game. You know what I mean? So it's not even close. So very rarely would I ever advocate for full price AAA games. I just wouldn't. I just wouldn't, personally. And maybe that's me, right? Who knows? So again, I didn't know it was that short. What the fuck? Yeah. So what they do is with Silent Hill F, what they do is they sell you you could replay it. You could replay it. So our 8-hour game, it's not an 8-hour game. It's a 32-hour game. You got to beat it 4 times to get the true ending. Or whatever, 2-3 times to get the true ending. But we have like 5 endings, so you got to beat the game 4 to 5 times or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's not a 30-40 hour game. That's an 8-hour game being falsely extended 4 or 5 times. That's not the same thing. That's not the same thing. Is there replayability in Tormented Souls? There is a little bit, in the sense that you can obviously achievement farm, but there's really not. Like it's a one and done kind of game. But if you want to achievement farm, you're not going to have a bad time doing it. It's a game that I would definitely replay again. It's that fun. It's that fun. So again, guys, I'm not saying all AAA games are trash. There have been AAA games that have come out this year that have been pretty good that I've had a good time with. But more and more, it is becoming indie dominated, and I think that's a good thing. I think it's a good thing for gamers, and it's a bad thing for the industry, for the AAA industry. Which is why you have people complaining about Silksong. Silksong came out, released a ton of content, right? And they did it for $20. They could have charged $30. They probably could have charged $40. But they were smart. They knew they had the hype. They knew they had the fans on their side. And they released it at $20. And they didn't give a fuck what the other developers thought. And then instead of being, the supposed friends that these developers say they are to each other, they were throwing Silksong under the bus. They were like, oh, you should have told us that you were going to charge 20. Who the fuck are you? Who are you? I don't got to tell you shit. It's crazy shit, man. Anyway, let me catch up on Super Chats really quick. We got Clippy with it too. Christmas every day. Haha, welcome home. Shout out. Speedy Cake with a 10. The video I saw regarding the COD skin was from Blame Truth, the Codfather YouTube channel. Blame Truth, the Codfather. Okay, I'll check that out. Thank you, Speedy Cake. Flessie, I want a 5. Happy to do my part to let the devs experience the real socialism they desire by not buying this game and letting them starve. Fair enough. Thank you, bro. Well, the fans, 28 months is crazy. I got a TOW1 new because I want to support the underdog Obsidian that Bethesda screwed. Now my view of Obsidian is very different, and I still got to play Duck Off. Well, that's the thing, right? So the problem with indie developers is that eventually some of them become AAA, or some of them become AA or bigger, and some of them end up getting egos, and they go from indie focused and player focused to they go public, right? The company goes public, and now they're investor focused. Now they're being influenced by outside forces that have nothing to do with the game and everything to do with, about the bottom line. And that's when certain decisions get made that aren't in the best favor of the game, aren't in the best favor of the player or the developer or the studio. Well, the fans for 50, when you just said Silent Hill F fast, I heard Tylenol F. It might as well be. She takes pills nonstop. So it might as well be Silent Hill. Oh my God, Tylenol F. Adam Jimmy with $1. I got the Outerworlds on GOG for free though through Prime Gaming. That's even better. Shout out to Adam Jimmy for the $1. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. All right. I was going to cover another topic, but I think I'll speed run it. I'll speed run it really quick. Let's talk about New World. So New World is a game that I was a big fan of when it first came out. Loved playing New World. I got about 160 hours in the game. Obviously, that's nothing for an MMORPG, but I still enjoyed it. And I always thought to myself, it could have been something so much bigger than it was. But unfortunately, Amazon just dropped the ball. And with the recent announcement of layoffs up into the amounts of anywhere between 15 to 30,000 people laid off, this particular video game seems to be one of the casualties of war. So there's an update that they posted on their website. This is the actual post on their website. It says an update on New World. Anytime I see a post that says something plain like this with no kind of excitement to it whatsoever, it usually is not a good sign, right? Normally something bad's about to happen. So it says, as New World recognizes its 4th anniversary since launching on PC, we reflect on an incredible journey shaped by our dedicated player community. Your feedback and passion have been instrumental in evolving Eternum into the world that it is today. And our team is deeply grateful for this adventure. After 4 years of steady content updates and a major new console release, we've reached a point where it's no longer sustainable to continue supporting the game with new content updates. And, I say this all the time. Again, New World, there was nothing like, it wasn't one of those games that was like woke or anything. It was literally a badly managed video game. And by the time they came around to actually starting to manage the game, it was too late. Most of the players had checked out. And that's the problem with either live service games or MMORPGs. If you don't grab the player in the first 30 to 90 days, if you don't grab them and hold them, you're going to lose them, right? Especially now more than ever. There's way too many video games to play where people are not going to want to wait around for you to figure your shit out. They're just not going to want to do it. they're going to just go play something else. That happens all the time. And then before you know it, they're going to forget about you, right? It's kind of like what I experienced with Stalker 2. Stalker 2, I think, is an amazing game, right? It's a fantastic game. I had a lot of fun with that game. But unfortunately, I experienced a game-breaking bug that apparently was going around at the time that there was no fix for. I even tried using mods, and I never used mods, and it still didn't work, right? So my entire progression got completely stopped by a game-breaking bug. And by the time they fixed it, it was almost 4 months later. And people were telling me, hey, the bug is fixed. Are you going back? And I was like, no, I'm not going back. I'm just not. Like they had me. They had the opportunity, right? I love the game. I think the game is very fun, but I'm not going back. Like I have other games that I got to play, other games that I'm reviewing. Like that's it. Like the time is so hard right now, especially with all the games that are available these days. And with indie stepping their game up, there's no reason for me to go back if you fuck up like that. Like I can understand, okay, you fuck up a little bit, gets fixed in it, in either a day or a week or whatever. Okay, I'll give you a little leniency. But if you're talking about months before a fix, like I'm good. I'm gonna move on. It doesn't matter how good the game was. I'm moving on. So this is the same thing that happened here, where New World was just a little bit empty in the beginning, and they completely stopped really updating the game properly. And by the time they started, it was too late. People were gone. The recently launched Season 10 and Nighthaven update will serve as the final content release for New World on PC and consoles. It is only after much consideration that we reached this decision. To thank you, the New World community, for your support over the years, we have made the Nighthaven release available to you for free. To ensure all New World players can experience this content, we also made Rise of the Angry Earth free for all PC players. In the coming month, we will provide more details on what to expect and other essential information. Rest assured, our intention is to keep servers operating through 2026, allowing our community time to continue their adventures in Eternum. Additionally, New World Eternum will still be downloadable for PlayStation Plus members, Extra, and Premium. Players of Eternum, your dedication and enthusiasm have made this New World adventure an unforgettable journey. We're deeply grateful for every moment you spent helping build this extraordinary world alongside us. It has been an honor to share Eternum with you. Thank you for helping make this game something truly special. It's actually kind of insane because I remember growing up in a world where games like EverQuest or Final Fantasy 11 or World of Warcraft, these are games that have been around for decades, right? Decades, right? RuneScape. These games have been around for decades because these games have something that is inherent to them that keeps people around for a long time. But all these other video games that have come out after the fact, there's so many games that have been touted as the WoW killer, right? So many games have been touted as that, and almost none of them ever actually killed WoW because it's not about that. But to see these games shut down in 1/10 of the years that these other games that I grew up with didn't shut down, it's just insane to me. How long will I be able to play New World Eternal? We'll provide more details what to expect in the coming months. We will provide a minimum of 6 months notice before making any changes that impact your ability to play the game. Are you sunsetting the game? No, not this time. While New World will not be receiving new content updates, servers will be live through 26. Our focus has been on completing the Season 10 Nighthaven content update and sharing it with our players. Can I still install New World if I had previously purchased the game? Yes. If you previously purchased it, then you could download and install the game again. Will I still be able to use my in-game currency? Yes, you will still be able to use and purchase in-game currency. If this changes, we will share an update with the community. I think that's a little bit that's a little bit weird. That's a little bit weird because why would you allow that, right? Like, so if the game, most of the time when online video games are known to be going the way of the dodo bird, they turn off the ability to purchase in-game currency. It sounds like you're trying to milk people for whatever you possibly can before it shuts off. Like that's not something that normally happens. Why would you do that? I don't know. That's a little bit weird. It makes me think sometimes that, sometimes these studios, they put out something really bad like this to see if people will rally behind the game, right? To see if people would be like, no, we don't want this game to die. And then all of a sudden they start buying shit in the shop. People start playing the game again. The numbers go up. And then they're like, oh, you know what? We're going to keep it around. That's a possibility. But I don't know. I think it's weird that you're allowing in-game purchases for a game that's going to die. It says, will I still be able to buy the game after the 28th? You'll be able to purchase and play the game on all platforms until further notice. While we don't have an update yet for how long that will be, we will share information with the community as soon as we can. How long will the game stay on PlayStation? You'll be able to play New World Eternum on PlayStation until further notice. Will there be additional bugs, fixes, server mergers, etc.? Yes. While there'll be no content, we will continue to keep the game running smooth. Are refunds available for Marks of Fortune? No, refunds are not available for Marks of Fortune. Of course not. Why would they make it available? I just bought the game. Can I get a refund? Please check with customer support on the platform where you purchase it for assistance. They're like, fuck you. You're not getting any help. Will there be seasonal events, world bosses, and bonus weeks? World bosses, bonus weeks, and some seasonal events will continue, but there will be no more holiday events. How sad, man. How fucking sad. So that's basically it, boys. New World Eternum is dead, or is dying, I should say. And it seems like they still are willing to take your money in the meantime while it's dying. I think that's a pretty scummy thing to do. But I got to imagine it's Amazon, so they really don't care. And it kind of coincides overall with just Amazon pulling out of the games industry. They're definitely reducing, especially MMORPGs. They're almost completely reducing it. Other games, I don't know if they're going to come up with other games, AAA games, but according to recent conversations with the layoffs, it seems like they're completely pulling out of anything related to gaming in a mass amount. So you guys let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. I guess I'll put that on Hypnotic Gaming Live. Why not? Why not? It's kind of sad that game is dying, man. I put a lot of hours into it in the beginning. I actually liked the combat. The combat was really fun. The world exploration was pretty fun, although a lot of it started to feel copy and paste after a while. And then, of course, like the siege. The sieges were fun. PvP was fun. It's a good time. Sir Chimpus Bananaton for a 99-cent super sticker. That's the super chat we got in the meantime. Probably a banana, most likely. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for that. All right, boys. Thank you to everybody who hung out with me today. I hope you guys had a fantastic time going over all the topics today. Don't forget to join me on the next Hypnocast tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern. We always have a lot to talk about. Join me on Griffcast, Hypnotic Gaming Live, where we are currently reviewing Tormented Souls number 2. And then by the time we're done with that, we're going to be jumping right into Dying Light the Beast and then Ninja Gaiden 4 after that. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We got a lot to talk about. But in the meantime, if you're not going to join us for the waifu battle, I appreciate you. Like the stream on your way out. Don't be a hate watcher. And let's do some waifus because we need it, man. We're way behind right now. Let's go. Boys, the waifu battle is here. And yes, I do have a brand new chair shot clip that we'll use if we get any chair shots tonight, but we'll see. Well, depends on how it goes. Tonight's a pretty slow night, so I don't know if we're going to get chair shots. We'll see. All right. With all that being said, something amazing happened. Something absolutely amazing happened. Ladies and gentlemen, last night, we got a chair shot, and it ended up dethroning Shigure and brought us a new champion by the name of Mia Fey, ladies and gentlemen. That is right. That is right. The lawyer herself is the champion of the waifu battle, and she beat Shigure. It was absolutely amazing. It was an amazing thing to witness. But with all that being said, let's go over the rules before we bring out the challenger. Rule number 1. All super chats during the waifu battle can and will count towards a particular waifu, but the only way that they're going to count is if you put the name of the waifu in the super chat first. You got to put the name first. If you do not put the name of the waifu in the super chat first, then it will not count. It doesn't matter how big they are. If you super chat after the fact and you put the name of the waifu you forgot to put the first time first, then I will make it count. Rule number 2. You could vote for any waifu regardless of who's on the screen. It doesn't matter. You could vote for the champion, who is Mia Fey, or you could vote for the challenger, who you're about to find out. It doesn't matter who's on screen at the time. Last but not least, after the second waifu comes off screen, I'm going to do a 30-second countdown. After that 30-second countdown, no more super chats are going to count. It doesn't matter how big they are. The last super chat that shows up on my screen is going to be the one that counts. So please, if you are going to vote, vote early and vote hard, ladies and gentlemen. Do we understand the rules? We don't understand the rules. I know. I get it. All right, boys, listen. We got a pretty strong challenger, and we're going to need it, boys. We're going to need it. This particular challenger comes to us from an IP that I think a lot of you guys are going to enjoy. T-Jab says we're 117 away from just tier 1 alone. God damn, we are not making it tonight, boys. Let us bring out the challenger to see if she can take down Miafe. And keep in mind, there's going to be a lot of revenge voting, considering what happened to Shigure. I can only imagine that that's going to be the case. All right, boys. The challenger that's going to go up against the one and the only Miafe is going to be the one and the only Selvaria, ladies and gentlemen, from Valkyria Chronicles. Let's see who is going to win this waifu battle. Is it going to be the lawyer Miafe, or is it going to be Selvaria? Let me know in the comments. Let's see who is the one that is like the most. Deadeye's Lock with a 2 right away on Rumble. Right away on Rumble, says Selvaria. Shout out to Deadeye's Lock. Unbelievable. Didn't even wait. Didn't even wait. Right away. Right away. Genetic Spore says those are what I call calcium cannons. Thank you. And then D Draconic drops a membership on Rumble. Thank you so much, D Draconic. Toxin with a 2 says Miafe, she could bang my gavel any day. Objection. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we got a little bit of a fight going on. We got a fight going on right now. This is a tie. This is a tie. Holy shit. Oh, holy shit. Already. Oh, whoa, wait a second. Holy fuck. Holy shit. Willie Pinhead for a $100 Red Boy Hyper Banger. Oh my God. And he says Miafe. Holy shit. Wow. Miafe has an insane lead right now, boys. Insane lead. Thank you so much. By the way, Willie, please make sure that you type in the chat which kind of girls do you want to summon to the stream after the waifu battle. Look at the goal in the chat. You're going to see your options. Look at the goal in the chat. You're going to see your options. Mr. Melancholy, the legend, with a 5 says Selvaria. Shout out to Mr. Melancholy fighting for the challenger right now. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. And again, Willie threw a massive banger in there, but she's not too far ahead to easily win. You can still win this if you come together. But I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know if that's going to happen. The Buddy Cassius says, Demoness free. Oh my God. The free run obsession is wild. Wild, man. Wild. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Gray the Merchant says, holy shit, shit, shit. Torinol with a 5 says, Hypno and the Great Pumpkin, believe deeply and wonders will come your way. My God. I think unironically, the red banger from Willie is going to scare everyone else away. And that's going to stop us from getting tier 2 when we haven't even hit tier 1 yet. Well, although we're right there. We're right there with that red boy. So thank you, Willie. I appreciate it. Maybe we'll save tier 1. I appreciate you, brother. You fucking legend. You've completely scared everybody away. You scared everybody away, bro. Appreciate that. Did you say the girls that you wanted, by the way? I don't know if you said. I don't think I see it in the chat. I don't think I see it in the chat. Willie, you got to let me know what girls you want to summon, man. He did mistype it. Spelling is not part of the rules. As long as we can understand who you're asking about, then it counts. We've made that very clear many times. Many times. Beautiful Zexo with a 5 Silvaria because of the bazookas. That makes sense. She does have bazookas for sure. All right, boys, it's time to bring out the one and only legendary lawyer by the name of Mia Fey. Ladies and gentlemen, let's start the clock and let's see who is going to win. Is it going to be Mia Fey? Or is it going to be Silvaria? Let me know. Willie says, I'm ready. You got to put in the chat so I know who to summon. So I know like what clip to play. You know? You got to let me know. Mia and the Ghostly Gooner. Abyssal Lab says flat. That's crazy, bro. This is not flat. What are you talking about? This is not flat, bro. Where are you getting flat from, man? Where are you getting flat from? The MILF Clippy? This is not a... Oh, my God, bro. You crazy, man. You crazy. Mia Fey can sue me any day. Wow. She's flat. She's not flat at all. Oh, nice. Detroconic's membership finally went out. That's good. It takes forever on Rumble. I don't know why. Can you imagine if we were to get like a fucking 50 membership banger on Rumble? You know how long it would take for people to get memberships? It's insane. People donate one membership on Rumble. It takes like 10 minutes for someone to get it, if not longer than that. Oh, we barely hit tier 1. We are 193 away from tier 2. Oh my God, we are cooked. We are cooked, boys. We are absolutely fucking cooked. Absolutely cooked. Holy shit. Thank you, T-Jet. I appreciate that. Pandanotic says Panda. Of course you did. Willie says goths. Okay, you want Japanese goth girls? I could drop that after the waifu battle. I got you, bro. I got you. The Grateful Gamer with a 5. Silvaria. She looks like she could sell ice cubes to Sub-Zero. She probably could. Kurakami says we got a good run. RIP tier 2. Yeah, it's done. It's cooked. It's absolutely cooked. 170. What are we at? What are we at? 172. That was a good run. That was a really good run. Solid run. Karnak says side scrollers has hanging subs for their subathon last week. They do not stack, but they stay in storage until needed. That's insane, bro. That's really insane that Rumble does that. I don't know. It is what it is, though. What are you gonna do? We got Speedy Cake with a $20 banger. Says Silvaria. The votes are starting to come in. The votes are starting to come in for Silvaria little by little. Little by little, Silvaria. The votes are coming in, boys. They are coming in. Holy fuck. Willie, you got to fix that quickly. You got to put the name of the waifu. You got to put the name of the waifu if you wanted to count in the waifu battle. Quick. Like, send a $2 super chat with the name or something. Quick, fix it. Willie with the $200. Red Boy Hyperbanger literally saving tier 2. God damn it. Oh my God. Oh my God, bro. Willie, you did not have to do that, bro. I was ready to let it go and get oh my God, bro. Oh my God. That is absolutely fucking bonkers. Talk about clutch. I know. Talk about clutch. Holy fuck. We definitely got to give him some clips after this. We have to. And then Tuber Sprouts with a 5. Silvaria, I know she's got a chance. Fair enough. And then Twisted Master with the 20 saying Mia. Nice one. And then Willie Pinhead with a 2 says Mia Fey. Oh shit. He fixed a $200 Red Boy Hyperbanger, boys. This is not looking good for Silvaria, needless to say. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, I kind of saw that coming. No chair shots. No chair shots, unfortunately. But there were some in-battle chair shots. So I will play the clip anyway.
The Waifu Battle belt is mine!
Shout out to Willie Pinhead for the 2 with the BFA. And then Toxic with the 2 says BFA. But really, this is for Willie. Cheers, mate. Bro, shout out. Shout out to Toxin. Thank you for the 2, bro. I appreciate it. Willie, you earned yourself 3 clips, my guy. 3 clips. So I'm gonna play the goth while the mods count it up. I'm gonna play the goth, but I'm gonna play 2 others that I think you might like. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Goth first, though. Shout out to Willie, man. Literally saving tier 1 and tier 2. Unfucking believable, bro. I don't even know what to say.
Oh my god, it's a red boy hyper banger.
the tier 1, tier 2 save. Fucking legend, bro. Thank you so much, Willie. I can't say thank you enough, man. Can't say thank you enough, dude. Again, thank you. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Thank you so much, dude. All right, the numbers are in. The numbers are in. We got TJ. Damn, Solvaria. Oh my god, that was almost ban territory. Silvaria, $35.20 against Mia Fey with $324 flat, which means the winner and still Waifu Battle champion is none other than the one and the only Mia Fey. Ladies and gentlemen. Damn. The female lawyer wins. The female lawyer wins again, boys. Wins again. I don't think there's much coping and seething going on right now, but we're playing it anyway.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard. Coping and seething.
And that's going to be it, ladies and gentlemen, for the waifu battle. Mia Fey is going to go backstage, where she will face off against another waifu tomorrow. Hypnocast, 9 p.m. Eastern. Don't miss it. And don't miss Griffcast, man. Come on, come hang out with us as we review video games live. Sincerely, Tormented Souls is an amazing game. The story was extremely engaging for the entire viewers base with the first one, and the second one is no different. So come hang out with us, 5 p.m. Eastern on Hypnotic Gaming Live. If you want something to watch for two some odd hours, definitely come hang out with us. And that's it, boys. That's it. What a fantastic evening. Thank you, everybody, for liking the stream, commenting, spamming the chat, super chatting, gifting memberships. I appreciate it. We're going to be playing most likely Battlefield tonight because I want to check out the changes. So make sure to come hang out with us on Hypnotic Gaming Live. If you want to watch some Battlefield, I'll see if Kada or Sheep City or anybody's free to come hang out. And yeah, thank you to the Hypno Mods for doing what they do every single day. Appreciate you as well. And I will see you guys on the next one. Until then, go be bigots and go be gooners. And shout out again to Willie, man. Sincerely, you're a fucking legend, bro. You're a fucking legend. Uwu clip? No, during the waifu battles, no Uwu clip. You know that if we don't get tier 2 before the waifu battle, we don't get to play the Uwu clip. Okay, bye. Hey, for the raid.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women and sex with men. And I got news for you. That means you gay.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids. Her dog or her cat was named Vagina.
Put a ticket in, make her gay. Suck it, yeah, Joe. Put a ticket in, make her lady gay. Fuck it, yeah, put a ticket in, make her gay. It means put a chicken in a queenie and make her fucking gay. Fucking pronouns! Fucking pronouns!
bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life.